Charm, she's a star. Flipping through gloss with the latest craze. Trying them to cook, oh how they dazzle they we keep it real, spilling the truth. In our circle of acquaintances, always from lipstick shades. So that's free, sharing the vibe, feel the edges of the crease. Page by page, return our worlds. Sit still and strong, and life unfurled.
Hey, ladies and gents, happy Set It Off Sunday, happy Easter, happy Resurrection Day. He has risen. I did not go to church today, y'all, so I decided to just come on here, hit the go live button at 12 noon like we did on yesterday, drop this video so y'all can get on with y'all day. I don't have any plans. I'm probably gonna be traveling later on today. I may go to Tampa with my daughter. So I said, let me just jump on here, get it over with, say hello to the people. Hey Vicky, hey everybody in the chat. I don't have a porch talk today either, y'all. But so I'll just say hello to everybody that's in the chat. Y'all drop something down in the chat, a message y'all may want to get out today on this Easter Sunday and this puff pass day for the smokers. Happy 420 to you guys. Y'all are sharing it with our Lord and Savior today. So if you partake in those activities, put a little tree down there in the chat. Let me say hey to everybody. They still got 10 days to court. Hey, Chick-fil-A gal, you in the bushes. Happy Resurrection Day, everyone. Hey, Miss Buckeye. Hey, Sonya Boots. Hey, Eve has many faces. Hey, Tanya B here. Hey, Victor DeVille, my ma in the building today. Thank you so much, Vicky. Sure, my phone just don't went off. Sorry about that. Hey, out the bushes. When I hear you and your daughter traveling together. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down there later today. I already started packing. Makes me want to move to Florida and be closer to my mom. Seriously thinking about it. Come on, baby. Come on down here to the Sunshine State. We will welcome you. We ain't gonna be like some of the people I be watching on YouTube. Don't come to Texas. I don't know why everybody want to come to Texas. Don't come to Atlanta. I be like, child, come to Florida, baby. Come. We welcome you. We ain't like that down here in the bottom of the map, child. Yes, come on. See, fellow Floridian piggybacking off of me saying, yes, come. I hate when I hear people say that. Don't come here. It's nothing to do. Yeah, for us that have lived here, it may be, like, I don't know why they're moving here, but I would never say that to someone because I'll be like, come on, girl, the more the merrier. We love it here. Just hurricane season, which you're familiar with being in New Orleans. I made me a little Easter background back there for y'all. Oh my God. Yeah, come on, Vicky. Sure. Okay, so y'all ain't got no. Oh, out the bushes got the trees down there. That's what I'm talking about, sis. I'm gonna say it's no smokers in here. I don't smoke, but we celebrate all things for 20, okay? Oh, Sonya can't come back though. No, we don't want her. I agree with you. We don't want her back. I'll be like that. Don't move to the Bay. It's too expensive already. Yeah. But they be serious, child. You probably just you trying to warn the people about the expenses. But then my mama be traveling all the time, so I will have to plan out my vacations accordingly. But I do miss being around the corner from my mom, yeah. Yeah, you could pull up though, when you're in the same vicinity. So I get what you're saying. I'm off next week, of course. Y'all knowing I'm traveling. I mean, I'm off from work. This probably gonna be my last little vacation before our year end. Things gonna be serious. Because our year end ends June 30th. We have to have everything balanced out, all the reporting done by June 30th. And we can't wait to June 30th because if we need to make any corrections or adjustments, they have to be done by the 30th. So our cutoff dates will be probably like a week in advance. But of course, we have those late and emergency, situations we have to handle. So that'll be a high stressful time for me. That's why I'm kind of happy that they moved Nesto's date till April because June is not a good month for me. Hey Aries one. Okay, your fiscal year ends the same time. Yeah, ours in June 30th, begin July 1st. Happy Easter to you, TX Toy. They say don't come to Texas. Annoys me if you're a decent per person. I think it's person, but it says percent. Yeah, I figured it was person. Come on. No Nestos or Sonya, baby. Y'all stay on where y'all at. We don't want the criminals. We don't want the bad people. We want you to be a working person that's going to come here, pay taxes, contribute to these roads being repaid, baby. These buildings being torn down and we want somebody that's gonna help build up the community pretty much. Okay. Not nobody that's coming to take. Okay. They got to vote on the budget and stuff. They're voting now. I don't think they finalized our budget yet. It's usually finalized in March, but we having a special session where they're going over because they weren't able to close everything. So we're gonna be late. So which means it's gonna be the time frame that's going to affect our fiscal year ending as well. So, sure, I'm probably going to be working overtime, which I don't get paid because I'm salary. So, this may be my last long vacation. Now, I may, have a day here, but we have a cutoff time, a blackout period where no leave is permitted unless it's sick leave, of course. But that's in June, so that's why I'm glad I don't have to worry about that with Nesto in this final plea. I tell people don't come to Vegas because the prices of things are going up. It's still cheaper than California, but it's going up. Yeah, it's going up with all the sport teams now. I can see that. Hey, Latoy. Hey, I am Coco. I'll give it a few more minutes, y'all. A lot of people probably out with their families, celebrating at church, spending time doing the Easter egg hunts, doing, Easter activities. And then it may be some out there smoking, baby. They may be at a smoke party. Okay, we'll give them a few more minutes to see if they're gonna join us, and then we gonna get into it. Anybody else got anything special going on this week? We celebrated birthdays on yesterday. Do we have any more birthdays coming up for Taurus Gang Gang? Hey Chanel. Me and my daughter, we may go to Miami because we may leave Tampa and go to Miami and hang out. I'm down for whatever. Vegas got all our teams. Yeah. I'm hoping some of these folks move to Las Vegas. Okay, so out the bush, she says she's sending them your way, Vicky. Hey, no, welcome, welcome. Hey, Juju D. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday, Resurrection Day, and Puff Puff Pass Day. Okay, for the smokers. Okay. My baby went on her egg hunt yesterday, and I'm eating candy now. Oh my God, I'll be finishing the Big U. Oh, indictment later today. Oh, y'all was live, girl. I didn't know. I can listen to y'all on my way to Temple. Hopefully, it'll take me about 3.5 hours. So I'm pretty sure. Let me go ahead and put it in my save. Child, I don't know why I don't get no notifications. This is sad. Let me go put over. I'm assuming it said Vic to the Bell. Oh yes, yes, yes. This at least get me to Gainesville. Let me turn my volume down. Cause I gotta save it. Okay, got you locked in, big you. Enterprise with. I said what I said. Okay, got you on lock. Anyone in New Orleans, please send me some Elmer's pecan eggs. What is that? Let me look it up. Oh, Vicky, these look good. Pecan caramel covered nut. What is that? Why is not pulling all that up? Let's cut it off. Let me see if I can find one. Trying to find a picture with the entire packaging on it. Pecan is pecan and caramel and something else on it. Ah, see, I don't either, but we gotta celebrate everybody that come over here on the front porch. Hubby, son, and I went to church last night. No plans for today. I ain't even cooked. I know a lot of people that said they were gonna go to like early morning, like sunrise service, or like you said, they went on yesterday. They did the Easter egg hunts. They kind of got out, and did things out of the traditional going at 11, being out all day, then having to go to work tomorrow, whatever. They did something, you know, earlier on in the week or earlier on in this morning, early this morning. I don't get notifications either. I don't understand. Girl, we left off at the juicy part, baby. The people gonna be looking at me. I be riding by myself, so the people gonna be looking at me up in that car, talking. Okay, good thing I do have a tent though, cause I'll be talking back, girl. Girl, they are addictive. Hey, Golden Pearl. Those pecan eggs had us fighting over the last one. Hey, I said what I said. Hey, Marjan, happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Day. And if you a smoker, baby, happy 420. Okay, I celebrate everybody and everything over here on the front porch, y'all. Now, kind of weird, though, how they let this fall on the same day. Oh, my God. Dang, I could have did my little story time little thing. I got two story times. One that was given to me by a subscriber, and another one that I found that I need to knock out. I'm not a smoker, but I have a stash of edibles. Okay, so you can chew chew, sip sip and chew chew water of course. Oh, Vicky, I found heavenly hash and golden brick eggs here in North Texas. I talk back to y'all too. My girls be like, "Who are you talking to?" Marjan say happy 420 and happy Easter, everyone. Okay, y'all, we at the 15-minute mark. We was just killing time to see if anybody got their notifications late or just checked in to see if anybody was live. I didn't check to see if anybody else was live when I set this one up because I thought, like, dang, I may travel today, so I need to get on here and talk to my people because I'm already behind from, the FSU incident, and then I had to work late one day. So they be knocking me off my game when I have a little game plan going. But we still with the family that prays. I think we may have 3 or 4 more videos after this one. I really think it's 3. I be getting confused because I edit them and I upload them and then I lose count because I don't. When I save them, if I save them but with the numbers up here, it'll be much easier for me to remember. But for some reason, I don't want to do right.
You got some money on there?
Ernesto, you talking too early. We're on number 5. Number 2 was put in members. So if you're not a member, you didn't see that one. But it's a short one. It's like 13 minutes. But all the others in the series have been put over here on the front porch for every subscriber to view. Okay. And 2 was not with no commentary. So it was just dropped and they were able to just listen to it straight through. I'll say that. So you're not missing anything. What's the point of me saying it if you don't see 2 here for all the subscribers? It's just in membership. We're on number 5, the family that prays. Okay, Nesta wanted to talk while I was talking. Let me make sure I scrolled it all the way back and hit play. Uh-oh, now I want to spin.
How you doing today, boss?
What's up, player?
You got some money on there?
I got a little time on here, but I can add some more.
Okay, cool. Your day going good?
You just getting up? You had a long night. I said what I said.
Man, motherfucker just took something from me, but it's okay. I just took an L today, but it's okay.
Nothing new.
I got you. Well, shit, they done took everything from me with my life, so shit, you'll come back up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. What's going on, player?
Hey, Denise.
Okay, so did you hear yesterday's shit?
We want to talk about Shirley so bad.
I ended up listening to something, looking at something else on there. I ain't get that far yet. I looked at this shit saying, is there a snake in the street? I just seen shit they basically saying that I knew who them other folks was.
You said that yesterday.
I ain't know who they had no folks was.
I know you did. Ain't nobody, listen, them folks is a good friend. Shit, we can talk how we want to talk. Them folks found me. Shit, I ain't go looking for them. They folks don't know that part.
We don't care about that part.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they can't listen to me. See, they found me. Shit, I ain't had no fucking body number. So guess what? And
that's crazy.
Guess what? Cause my folks say they finna sign the papers. They said they yesterday on the radio.
Papers.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that part, did you?
Nah, somebody,
He just told you he didn't listen to it, but he just don't want us to know that he listened to it. You know you out here listening, Dion. And like Victor DeVille said, he can't win for losing, and that's still not have his moment. He said, yeah, that's okay. He don't even know what the major L was that Dion lost. He said, you'll be all right. I lost everything but my damn breath, okay? I'm still breathing. That's all I have left. He didn't even let him get out what he was going to say. He had to one-up him. Okay, now he want to go over to where we left off yesterday. He was gently sprinkling Shirley through that conversation. But Dion wasn't biting, right? Dion was just, sidestepping him, child, slam dunking over his head, dribbling up on his legs and all of that, right? Dion was avoiding that conversation, but today he's being more direct. Did you hear it? Did you listen? Dion said, no, I didn't listen. I just heard a little some. He cut him off. Well, she about to file them papers in my Usher Raven voice, baby. Papers. Shirley says she done took all she could take, baby, and she ready to put the her name on the dotted line, saying we estranged. My husband is a strange husband. I gotta go.
He told me.
Oh yeah. So you
Hey,
know, hey,
Sunshine.
you know how the shit go.
Hey, Red.
But I can't wait. I get out
Yeah.
here. Yeah. It's gonna be all right. It's
Just
gonna be all right.
Sunshine.
It'll be all right.
So they got that shit looking like documentaries, boy. I sat there listening and seeing that shit. I had to call like, hold up. What the
Say,
hell?
please, not today. Not on this good Sunday.
I'm like, hold on, nah.
I got my Easter eggs
got
back.
your
That's
phone up like
sunshine.
that,
Is that
please?
good enough?
Hello?
Am I first time even? Hello?
In and out.
Child, he ran
What'd you
around
say?
and dead end.
I'm here.
Yeah, your phone's going.
I just be going through bad area. I just be going through bad areas, so don't hang up if it be doing that.
Just park, child, because we trying to get all the tea. We don't need all these interruptions and these dead zones. Just park.
All right, go ahead. What you finna say now?
I was saying, basically, I had told them like I didn't know who they was. You know what I'm
You
saying?
lying,
So they
though.
text me saying that you was on the phone.
You
That's
are
why
on the
I
phone.
answered.
Right, that's right.
So-
That's right.
So for them to be
Wow.
saying that I knew that, and then but you can hear on the call though that you was explaining to her who I was or whatever. Now you can tell like they just make shit the fuck up. I didn't know that damn.
You did know that, lady.
Wow.
Stop
Wow.
lying.
Okay.
I just thought the rain out here.
No, the sun's gonna come out over there in a minute. It's gonna come out of here. So I'm surprised she ain't called.
Nah,
me.
dude.
Huh?
She can't be mad at me. I ain't do nothing.
No, I'm saying I'm surprised she has not called you.
You did do something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her though.
Yeah.
Park
get
this
us
car
on
with all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That's my supposed to go
yeah.
out and go to outcome, man. I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
What'd you say?
Them good folks in my eyes. I said, them my folks
Yeah,
regardless
they
of the outcome, man.
Yeah, they is. They is. That's, and
Yeah,
I get it.
Lil
I
Hips
understand
lying.
she gotta do what she gotta do. I get that. But like you said,
Oh, God.
you know how the shit go.
It's not me, it's him.
Yeah. Yeah, I already know how it go, you know. But
Everybody
yeah,
leave you,
them
right?
folks can say anything. Boy, folks can make up anything and put on that damn computer, boy. I see that now. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Wow.
they can.
Yes, they can.
They can and they will.
And they will. Yeah, they
Believe
will.
that.
And they're straight in the business, but them folks still were going harder after that. It didn't even matter. It didn't matter. So,
What's going hard?
As long as you come out breathing, man, you good, man. You got your 2 toes, your 10 toes on your both legs and your mouth. You gonna be all right.
yeah. I just hate to throw innocent person under the bus as you and him and her. That's a sad situation. And I probably said something out of line, but I don't think I said nothing out of line. I don't think so.
Man, the only thing that was out of line, the only thing that I would keep it real with you at this point, it don't even damn matter. But you out of line when you kept asking them to break down and come on with what they were trying to say. That's where you out of line at, because you had them reaching over their boundaries. To try to get you to understand what they were trying to say. And that ain't just what they were trying to say, but that's the only way that they can break it down to you. You get what I'm saying?
Right, I get
That what got everybody riled up thinking it's something it ain't. Cause she admitted to me that it ain't that y'all just friends. Cause I'm like, shit, I didn't know nothing about this.
Right. And guess what? She even offered months ago, I would call your people and let them know what's going on. Before this even got started, bro.
But everything that they plan is old.
Now, see, like we said, this is disrespectful. We talked about him saying yesterday that she's his best friend. Today, he's admitting that him and Cynthia was trying to set up a play, in my opinion, okay, where she would talk to Shirley and let her know that it was nothing. They're just friends. They never had sex. He ain't been in Miami with her butt booty naked, bent over in the RV. He wasn't calling her every day while she was in the hospital. They don't say they love each other. They're going to erase all that from our memories, from the phone calls, and convince Shirley, play on her top, play on her intelligence, and say that it was nothing going on between them. This man is crazy. It's like Miss Boogie Down said, he is the most dangerous type of person because he doesn't care what he do, what he say, long as he get what he want in the end. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put everybody in position to make you feel like you're the one with the issue, that you're the one that's crazy, that you didn't hear or you don't know what you know. You know what I'm saying? And Cynthia is willing to speak to Shirley and downplay her situationship, her entanglement with her husband. Okay, did we just hear him say that, or is it just me? Saying them folks was willing to go and tell her before any of this stuff came out that we was just friends. Nothing ever happened. I'm just here to help him. I'm his Timu lawyer. I'm his paralegal, legal secretary.
Well, it's old. It's last. It's a year later, really. It's October 2022.
Right.
They playing all those calls.
Marjan said, I don't like that.
They like 30-something minutes long.
You didn't miss that much.
Hey, one thing I know, I like how they straighten that business with that daughter shit though. Now I didn't have to pour no salt on nobody. I don't do all that. It came out itself. Did you hear that one? Yeah, man. She was telling it all about everything because she was talking.
See, and here again, this is why this would be Shirley's fault for sitting up here, pillow talking with her husband. And we get it. These were supposed to be private conversations. Never in anyone's wildest dream did they ever think that these will be public information out here on YouTube streets being dissected by the content creators, subscribers, and whomever else. You know what I mean? Talking about them. But again, Shirley, to me, did not clarify or straighten anything when it comes to Sheridan, her feelings, and what actually happened, because she wasn't even willing to get both sides of the story so she could even make her own individual, assessment or opinion, right? She went with what she thought she knew, discrediting Sheridan's feelings. She wasn't willing to even go down to the police department to see, what Sheridan actually done, said, wrote up, nothing, right? She went with what her husband told her. Them folks don't know nothing. I didn't do anything. So she took his side on that. So that's why I said Shirley gonna have to take the L on this one. And he thinks because of that conversation hitting YouTube by phone calls from prison at that time, that's supposed to make us feel like he was telling the truth about Sheridan. No, it makes me feel worse. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel like you need to keep Sheridan's name out your mouth, okay? That's what it make me feel. Right, Sunshine, when and how him and Cynthia met is the fact that he is in a physical and now emotional affair with this woman's husband at the time. Wish out lawyer, we'll add wish out. Hey, Bank, happy Sunday and happy Easter to you. Make it make sense. I can't stand these bold lies. Dang, wish he worse than Timu. Yeah, wish is worse than Timu. Hey, Ben, welcome and happy Sunday to you as well. Happy Easter to you and happy 420 if you partake. Sure. It's the audacity. Somebody put in the chat. It's the nerve of him to really be in the background trying to, set something up to keep him in his good graces with Shirley. You know what I'm saying? As if she haven't lost enough. But we know he don't care what you lost. He just proved that with Dion when he said, "Man, I took a major L today." Well, you'll be all right. I lost everything but my breath.
And they took that conversation and ran with it.
Yes, clean up on I-9.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit brought down, but it's the thing though.
What's the
The thing is they shouldn't
He in the
type
bad
of stuff
zone.
out and on the internet due to the fact if you go to trial, that shit can brainwash fucking
the jury.
So that ain't good that they doing that. Yeah.
That's true. I can't get no.
So it ain't good that they doing that.
No, it ain't.
Yes, Vic, trying to orchestrate a play on Shirley. Thanks, Vic.
So I ain't like that part, to be honest with you. I ain't like that at all.
Yeah. This is true. This is very, very true. Okay. Well, hey, man. I don't
Man, you know who hit me up, man? I'll tell you that hit me up a minute ago and said today they're going to shoot you something on your books, and I ain't heard back from them ever since. Sapper.
Who?
Sapper.
What? Yeah.
That's the only way I think you'll remember the name if I say that name.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, y'all went to the football game. Y'all saw each other at the football game. At the Hawks game. Y'all saw each other at the Hawks game. Yeah, you saw the Hawks game.
Yeah, I did see her at the Hawks game last year.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
she had to find out.
She hit me up.
Motherfucker noticed. She said right now? She hit you up what?
She said she seen some on it. She hit me up. She said she had seen some on the internet. Then she was like, she had a little something for you. And she asked me, did I have a cash out?
No.
And that's the last time I heard from her. She ain't never seen nothing. So.
Wow. Damn. Okay.
But I hit her back up. See what she's talking about.
Always a woman they got to use for something.
Or whatever. They might not want to get on the line. Motherfucker scared to death. Scared to death, man.
They scared to death to be on the line.
My life's so fucked up. It's a crying shame, bro.
Yeah. Stop saying that.
Well, for right now it is. Shit. But I get you.
Yeah, you know, your tongue powerful as a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah. You sure got that right, ain't? That's sad, ain't?
Yeah, man. So you got to talk that. You got to go back to that other talk how you doing. They gonna have you raised out though.
Yeah. That I know that.
They
That I do
out
know
of them.
that day is coming. Yeah. But anyway, you talk to us. I'm forward to that.
He go
I'm
back to
just
Shirley.
confused on how they charging you with civil suit shit, and I'm just so confused.
Okay, so now that we know he been talking to Cynthia when he say silver suit shit. Hey CW, happy Sunday in the bushes. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I scratch out a ninja. Mentioning my daughter to me in a negative way. I'm going to jail behind mine. Shirley, stupid. Right? And she just did not have enough facts to take his place, in my opinion. You know your daughter. I'm just saying, do you actually think your daughter would? No, we'll have to back it up. I guess she's convinced that the police attacks black men and her husband is a black man. Okay, so she on her Black Lives Matters, podium. But do you actually think the police will reach out to you out of everybody in Atlanta, Georgia, arrest your husband, have information that you have never seen, that includes your daughter and your granddaughter, and it will be false information? You haven't even went to see if it was false or, or real or whatever. You didn't go even to look at the information so you can make a determination for yourself. So your daughter decides to go down there, see what they have. She believes it. She does whatever she got to do to protect her and her kids. And you're upset about it. And now you want to air her out, to him, of course, in a private conversation. To me, the things that she was saying about her was just regular children, kiddie stuff. 420 on Easter, tis, my daughter will have a blast. He's trying to orchestrate a play on Shirley after she been publicly criticized, embarrassed, and he's still talking to Cynthia with more charges to come. Thank you, Vic. Perfectly stated. He ready to get off the phone since he's busted. And he wants somebody to be over here, agreeing with his mindset, when it comes to Shirley. I think Dion had a cash out account all along, and he just didn't want to give it to the little one. Well, he definitely said he was waiting on whomever. I couldn't understand the name of the person, staffer or something like that. I couldn't understand what they said, but he was waiting on them to send the coins, and of course they were not sent. He embarrassed his wife with his felonious lifestyle. He also cheated with half of Atlanta and has taken zero responsibility. This is so embarrassing, and no one tells him he's dead ass wrong. That's the part for me, because we do have our friends and family members that we're gonna ride or die for, but I'm still gonna tell them they wrong. I'm not gonna be in the amen corner clapping and cheering you on in this race when I know you wrong. Now, we may stand as a united front, for the public, but behind the scenes, like this, to me, these phone calls are behind the scenes because they didn't know we were gonna get them, right? I would be giving him the truth. Like, you effed up and you need to sit down. If they are smart, they wouldn't talk to you, period. Hey, Jennifer, I don't think I spoke to you. Hey, 420 is a natural herb, LOL. So he's never at fault for anything. Nothing, Marjan, nothing. Indeed, it is. Hope you enjoy your birthday, CW. What you do for your birthday? Good morning, Marjan. Okay. Sonya Boots. Should have never believed anything he says. Wonder how she sleeps now at night. Nesta want everyone to believe that it's mistaken identity, someone setting him up, or the persecution of people attached to famous Black folks. That's right. Persecution, not prosecution, ma'am. Okay, hey, just peeking. Come on in. Okay, let me get back to it.
Ain't it crazy? All this shit crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's a setup. Man, nobody
it's a setup, bitch.
I know all of this. All of this. Ever since I've been locked up, it's just been a fucking dream, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You done seen the shit. Ain't nobody gonna believe it. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. What I'm gonna say is, so when you talk to him, just tell them, don't let them give up now.
At the Shirley.
Don't.
Why?
If you believe in God, don't give up on the situation right now.
You are not God. You're not God, so don't try to compare yourself to God, because basically he telling Lil Hips to tell Shirley, if you believe in God, you wouldn't give up on me. Baby, y'all marriage is not even ordained. It's not by God, honey. I'm sorry. But now he had to play in the religion role, okay? Because he knows that Shirley is serious about her faith and her religion. So here he go, switching to be a man of God when we know he's not. I'm sorry. He's using God as a weapon to try to wheel Shirley back in, talking about if you believe in God, you won't give up on him. Listen, Nesto, what you gonna provide Shirley with? You get out right now. You'll be a burden to her. You have nothing to offer her. She don't need you to put no gas in her car. She don't need you to warm up her car. She don't need that. She got that covered. Okay, that's the only thing you can offer to her at this point.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
lady
give a damn what's
Denise.
out there. You heard what Steve said. Steve said, me and my wife been married 17 years.
You gotta
we
bring
went to the
Steve
trenches
back up.
together. That's real. That's real right there now. There's some real trenches right here. Most people who got in my car, the motherfucker gave the fuck up. Now think about what I'm saying. They gave up. And when they
Vicky add trenches. I think he meant trenches. Trenches. That's some real trenches right there. Okay, but I think he meant trenches, like they've been in the trenches for 17 years. But again, we talked about this on yesterday. A lot of these calls are kind of repetitive when you put them together like this, because they're talking about the same thing. I'm like, damn, is this the same call? But it's not. Again, Steve is the provider. Steve is the head of household. Okay, Steve out here working 50-11 legal jobs. Okay, no matter how he got them, they're legal, honey. And you aren't, Nesto. You are a failure. You're a loser with no businesses, no job, no real income coming in of your own. You're not Steve.
gave up, they came back and said, man, I'm so sorry. I should have hung
Here we
in
go
there.
with that same
You
sorry
ain't the one.
song.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So, yeah. If you got something to fight for, goddamn, keep fighting. If you ain't got nothing to fight for, goddamn, move on. So that's
Nothing to
what
fight
it is
for,
supposed
because
to
you
go.
ain't got nothing.
But it sounds like you want them to get their Mike Tyson on.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, man. Do you
No, it
understand
ain't.
how easy this shit is to get? Man, I'm supposed to pay forever now. You understand?
Now he watching Shirley pockets. Now he finna get into how he feel like she's being paid. Like what happened to him being in jail, them going on the show, speaking, about what's going on, has brought money into Shirley's pockets forever. That's all he worried about, money.
I'm listening.
This is the best. I hate to say it, but this is when the outcome comes, and you say my tongue is powerful. When the outcome comes, this is the best fucking black novel ever. The best black novel ever.
The best black novel. I think he meant novel. Add that to the dictionary, Vic. Sure. I wish you go out there and read some urban fiction, some urban romance, some black authors, period, and you will see how weak your storyline is. This could never be out some of the number one black books that have been put out here there. So I'm sorry. I'm a consumer of urban fiction, baby, and this is weak.
Do you think the other folks over there, the big time folks over there, ain't telling them that? Well, you know what you got? That's a real number one goddamn jump off.
Listen, this shit's so crazy when they be starting the little shit when they get to talk about you, right? Your voice come on at first, right? And it's basically saying what you saying now, like it's gonna all come to light or whatever you say when the shit start. I start that shit crazy. They gotta tell you, these folks
think he's somebody, y'all.
That shit crazy, man. I wish you could get with the same folks to clear it up.
And that's what I'm gonna do. You on the same page I am on right now, bro.
They talked about this
You on the
yesterday too.
same. We on the same. I'm not worried about that part. See, I love you, brother. I love you, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Folks don't need to miss out on this blessing that's coming. You got to get that. You got to get that dark side.
That's the part
She
that
said,
you don't
man, the storm
understand.
was there. That was the last time I seen him. We passed the storm now, brother. What else can they throw at me? So guess what? Come on with it. So it's my turn in the battlefield. You got to stay with the battle till you can win. So what I'm telling you, I know what I see.
Really not looking for no
I'm
savior.
telling you, them folks.
Hey, Leticia.
You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't see how this shit set the fuck up, come on, man. To me, it's like God done put all this shit in position some kind of way. He used the devil to
Shirley,
make
not
it happen.
you.
All you gotta do is look. So
Yeah.
this is why I'm not giving up. So you tell me not to give up. I understand why I'm not. I see how the shit go. I'm not gonna be the last. I'm not gonna be the first. They're the ones who's strong survive and handle a situation like that for themselves. Look at Mike Tyson. That motherfucker blowing breed. He's smoking, blowing trees in the air on the internet, talking big shit. Come in, tie that motherfucker.
Oh, child. Yesterday it was OJ. Today it's Mike Tyson. Again, we not talking about the crime, the criminal part of it. We talking about before the criminal, before the crimes, like we did with OJ. Mike Tyson had a God-given talent. He did not come up stepping on the back of women. He came up being the Iron Mike Tyson. Out there using his natural talent, knocking ninjas out with the 1, 2, 3 punch in that ring. The real battlefield. Okay, your battlefield is riding up and down Buckhead. Okay. Mike Tyson up in there training, putting in work, eating right, getting out there, competing against his components, winning. I don't even know his record. But again, Nesto, that is not you. You don't get out and make money on your own. You don't clock into no job. You don't put in no work. You step on the back of women to get money. And that's why you never been successful in anything. You can't keep comparing yourself to these celebrities, these athletes, because you're not on their level. They say you're a gigolo.
Motherfucker been up and down. Come on now.
Yeah.
So these are things that I see. These are things that I see.
Oh, sick of him trying to use God to scam Miss Shirley. One thing about Ernesto and Cynthia is they got longevity in lying, and that's for sure. They're gonna stick to the lies. They've been lying for 3 years straight. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Lady Janice. Ninja, if she would have listened to God, she would have never married you. Facts. I agree with that. It's reality, Nesto. You're in jail in majority. Believe you're guilty. Right. Because he like, they're going to listen to these phone calls. Baby, they could play these same phone calls as we've seen them do in other people's trials, without commentary, without the subscribers, the comment fields. They could play these same phone calls in jail for the jurors, unedited, right? And I'm sure they will be having the same thoughts and opinions that we have right here on the front porch. They can't fake that. It is what it is. Ordained by scamming Pastor Jasper. The fact he attaches himself as a celebrity is comical. I've never heard of Nesto before all of this. I really dislike Shirley gave this bum a chance to attach himself to her in her hard work. I agree with that, Sunshine. That was perfectly stated. He's a wankster, Lady T, but don't forget that. Oh, I did forget to call him a wankster. Baby, he ain't never had none. And he was never the man. Now, at least 50 Cent Ja Rule was the man. In high school, you was the man, homie. Nesto ain't make it to high school. Marjorie helped build Steve Harvey. Now, Marjorie has several million reasons why she stayed where she stayed. Yeah, of which Nesto has none of that. Well, I knew who Steve Harvey was before Marjorie, when he was married prior to Marjorie. So again, like I said, we ain't talking about how they got to where they got, but we're saying they worked hard to get to where they are. Nesto could never, even if somebody like Marjorie was with Nesto, it ain't in him to be that successful, in my opinion. Hey, Jay Blake. I don't know if I spoke to you. I've been trying to speak as I see y'all pop in. And Sunshine Me either. I don't know who Nesto was. We still don't know who Nesto is. Listening to these calls, we ain't heard nothing about really his childhood, him growing up. Now, we know he had been in Job Corps. We've heard Drake ask him about his family. We've heard Sawyer try to ask some things about growing up in his family, but he don't talk on them. So we still don't know this ninja. He a chameleon wankster. He's so full of crap. Girl, like, who are you, sir? He really think he's somebody because these lowlifes like Dion, Lamont, Dre is a little step over a low life, but they've all gaslitting him. He's been gaslighted, and he really think that he's bigger than life. And we could crush his ass like them bugs he threw up over there in them corners to get Shirley out of that house. The sarcasm, Dion, sarcasm. He's a liar. I have read a few horrible urban fiction books. This one, I would make it past the forward. Baby, this a DNF. Do not finish. Ain't no one studying. Only the thing Steve, telling Shirley is to get rid of this bomb. Right. He don't take all that. Nasto is a master manipulator. Shit, he manipulate his circle and they don't even know it. Hey, Georgia Peach, Rico Suave. Nesto, she is supposed to give up. Right. Well, wait a minute. I messed that up because that T messed me up. I think it's supposed to. I think it's just a typo. Nesto, she is supposed to give up. Well, you were supposed to tell her you already had 3 wives and was when you married her. Dead poor. You're lying on the paperwork and all. Can you imagine giggling and guffling like this from jail? Like, it's like he think he upstairs in a penthouse. Like, he's not at the lowest point of his life. He's sitting up here acting like he's still in control. Like, he still got an advantage over his circle, but no longer over Shirley, right? No, you just got caught slipping. Hey, I done heard this tormenting story once. I will read a book, a paragraph, a sentence, a Facebook post, or a sign about Nesto. Period. He wants a criminal rebrand. Exactly. LOL Ricos. No, Suave. I'm at work cracking up. Fucking today, he should be at home. But also notice he's using men who victimize women as his examples. He is OJ, Kevin Hart, Mike Tyson. I feel like I'm Steve. He's used Steve too. Because I'll put him in there because Mary is just her story, truth or not. I'm gonna go with Mary. So I'm gonna say Steve. I'm gonna put Steve in there too. I may have left someone out. Oh, Peter. He's used Peter from Cynthia. I know I'm probably leaving people out, but I'm trying to think of like some of the individuals he compares himself to. Good point out, Latita. The lightning is next, Nesto. Right. We already been through the storm. Now it's time for him to get struck for lying. Not a sentence, a statement, or a post. The only thing I would want to know if he's saying anything about his childhood. How did you get here, Nesto? That's what we really want to know. Nesto act like he Tupac, baby. He say all eyes on me. Is Nesto high because he sound high? Nesto is such a clout chaser. Once the saga is over, I will listen to CC's for a follow-up. Yeah, he'll be put in Pandora box over here. Nesto think we like him. No, Nesto, we like crime stories, not you. In other words, we not buying no book by you or about you, clown. Bye. Yes, he's on his meds. You can't see too well with those Dollar Tree glasses. Your vision on life blur. LOL, not the mess. Yeah, a bum, a straight wannabe. Talk your ish, Lady T-Bug. All we know is he's a motherfucking gangster. By his words. Hey, Nestos, happy Sunday, happy Resurrection Day to you as well. I don't think he had a good childhood. He always changes the subject when the hen asks him about it. Hey, Leo lady, happy Easter to you as well. You know what, Lady T-Buck? Okay, thanks. Steve Harvey was famous. Thank you for the clarification. That's me because Steve Harvey makes it seem like Marjorie helped him. Yes, he trying to rewrite history, like what Nesto trying to do. Yeah, so he was already had a name for himself, but we'll say Marjorie helped him elevate. Okay. Steve told Shirley from the get-go, enough is enough. Don't lose everything you worked hard for yourself at the same time. Get out them people's house and get your life together. Yeah, and Shirley wasn't, to me, and she didn't have to. She did things the way she wanted to do it, right? But Shirley wasn't being truthful with Steve, right? She wasn't coming forth with what was really going on, like with her finances, her living arrangements, and stuff like that. Steve didn't know that the truck that they took from her was under Nesto's failed business name. He didn't know that she no longer had her home in California. Steve didn't know how bad it really was, so he thought he was telling her to get out early from that perspective too, right? Before she loses everything, and but he didn't know because she wasn't being, she wasn't coming forth and telling him everything that was going on. So I think that's why Steve may have got a little frustrated with her and was like, okay, well, you got it. Nesto is like an industry who wants to be Hex, right? He like one of those Instagram models over there trying to climb up in the world on a woman's back. Bitch made ninja on this Sunday, Lord. It's the criminal rebanding for me, Latita. Yes, do not finish. Listen. This is the crap he was telling Cotton Candy. Yeah, when she confronted him about anything. Right. Shirley compares him to Joe. Joe used to. Steve had a whole WB show that I watched as a kid before Marjorie. Marjorie showed him how to be ruthless. Okay. Yeah, he did have, he was a name before her. But of course, he said she took him to the next level. Okay, she did. But, he was out, here before her.
That man said I was broke when I met Marjorie. He broke that shit down so goddamn good. Hey man, I'm broke now. So guess what? It ain't gonna be long. All right. So yeah, don't.
Steve broke is not your broke. Okay, to me, Steve broke mean he was down to his last $1 million or something. Your broke is you being in damn Cobb County jail begging people to put money on your damn books. But Steve still had a brand, which is him. He's his brand. His name is his brand, right? He still could get bookings. He still could get jobs. He was still working when he said that he was broke. Okay, but he still had a roof over his head. He still had a car, and he could still get out there and make money. Nesto, you locked up. You're a wankster. You have not a bank account, a job, a retirement fund. You are asset, a house, a car, a damn handkerchief. You have nothing. That's not the same. And for some reason, he has put himself up here on a level with these men that have been double-digit millionaires off the strength of their names and their hard work. Okay, and that's something that you will never ever be. And I'm gonna go on the book saying that, since the dang on tongue is powerful.
Folks need to continue no matter what. They need to understand. Listen, man, I don't give a damn what them folks talking about. They need to stay in position. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. They need to stay in position
Run,
because it's
Shirley,
already set to play. But I want them to hear it from you because you're going to say, I tried to tell you.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the orange man.
I'm just saying, because when you told me about what was that, man, I'm looking at that girl on the computer, you say, hey, man, she a boy or a man woman now, a boy or woman. You know what I'm talking about? And you was right. I know everything you done told me from that prophet eye of yours, you have been right. So,
prophesizing again.
So this is fact. So young folks need to stay in position. I don't give a damn what the other shit is. They need to stay in position. If they fall out of position,
I forgot Dion.
I ain't looking back. You understand what I'm saying?
Sanders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, am I wrong?
I'm gonna be real with you, man. Even if they don't look back again, and the ball fall in your court, still gotta straighten that business out.
I'm gonna do that anyway. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna do that part, but I'm gonna do it with abundance.
Oh, not abundance.
You ever seen that movie called what that shit with Tyler Perry movie when the motherfucker kept trying to invent that damn product and everybody was going against it. He finally hit it. You know how I know what you're talking about.
Acrimony.
Yeah, you know how he hit because when he met somebody in his past, helped him get where he going. See, motherfucker don't see how that shit go. God put these people in your life for a reason. I didn't go looking for these people. I couldn't because I had no fucking telephone number. These folks found me, man.
Now he acrimony.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, these folks found me. And it's hard to goddamn come take a motherfucker in this bitch here, bro. For real. So I can't forget nothing. I ain't forgetting shit. I'm not.
You're not going to get no 10 million, Ernesto.
No, I'm not. So motherfucker be mad at me, talk shit. That's fine. But when the shit come out the fam, I feel, well, you're right. I couldn't do that part. I know you couldn't. I couldn't handle that part. I know you couldn't handle that position. So to me, that's what I see. When God sent things like that, that was God sent. The other shit.
So now he say when he talked to Shirley, he go tell her he needed them folks to handle things that she couldn't handle because that wasn't her position.
That was the devil. God used the devil to get me where I'm going right now. I got to suffer until I get to the next level.
Okay, the devil.
So, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So them folks need to have that bragging right.
Well, he admitted it. The devil used him to get to where he going. And where he going, the daggone prison, according to me. Okay, I know I'm not the judge of the jury, probably not even going to be in the courtroom, but I'm just going by what he said. The devil used him to get to where he going. Not God. God didn't use him because I guess in his mind, through God, everything is perfect. Everything is righteous. Everything is, going to be good in your life. But God never promised us that, right? We all know we're going to have trials and tribulations, right? Okay. But that's a test for a testimony. Since it's Sunday, sure, y'all let go to church. I'll give y'all a little something. That's a test for a testimony. Okay. But instead of him using that phrase that way, he said the devil is using him to get to where he going. Okay, I'm just paraphrasing it, okay, and putting my little stank on it, as I call it.
Well, you know what? You know what them folks said? Let me tell you what the folks said. I try to stick by my man the best way I could, no matter if I didn't know about the situation or not. I don't deal with that jail stuff. Broke it all the way down.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, but look here, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that when y'all getting something out the deal, but y'all not looking at it from Shirley's perspective. Well, what he trying to say, Shirley said that she was just trying to support her husband the best way she could. She don't know anything about the jail life. Again, Shirley, that's on you because there's so many people that was trying to school you. Even Officer Fields wanted to talk to you, advised you to come down with an attorney. You didn't want to hear it, ma'am. You didn't want to hear nothing. Okay, so you got to eat that one too. That's two strikes on Shirley, you know, but again, that's what you chose, Shirley. You got out. We happy you got out, but you could have avoided a lot of this stuff if you would have just talked to the right people or listened to the right people and not this man that say the devil is leading him to where he going.
Wrong with it. Them folks play their position. Don't get out of character and don't get out of your position. And guess what? They started at getting out of the position. Guess when? Way before this shit came out. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay now. So somebody was already in there anyway. So that was.
Here he go, thinking Shirley can't think for herself. That lady held on as long as she could held on. She lost a lot. She didn't need nobody to tell her she needed to exit straight, left or right. Shirley said, enough is enough. I can't do this no more. Regardless of that. Now he want to blame everybody else. Somebody got in her ear, so she got out of position way before this.
With that somebody already started plotting against them because she
Yeah, roll the window up.
to the wrong person.
Right.
And guess who I think that was?
Who?
The one that's close to him. Blow Pop.
What blow pop?
Shut up.
Man, look here, man. I already got the vision, bro. You think I'm stupid?
Who is Blow Pop? Y'all, this a new one now. We ain't heard them about nobody named Blow Pop. I think, yeah, okay. I think Steve owned the IRS $20 million when he married Marjorie. However, he still had a brand and he could make money, right? And he did what he could do. He took on all these jobs, got those taxes paid off, and then he could start seeing, you know, money come back into his household. But he was never homeless, sleeping in his car, you know, under a bridge or in jail, you know, at his lowest. You know, he bounced back. Here he has zero, not even money he could tell his wife to pay his attorney with. That's all we say. My Lord, if Ernesto gets out today or tomorrow, how will he take care of himself outside of using a woman or scamming? He has no professional license, no money, no integrity, no truth. The truth ain't in him. He no hard work, no ethics, no nothing. He could never. Hey, social wife Melissa. He's too chicken to call Shirley himself. He's trying to tell people to all come and rally around Shirley on his behalf. Shirley got their ass blocked. Broke and broker. Nesto is pathetic to be happy about his son giving him advice. He should be giving him facts. Tried to tell you to continue to lay down and continue to accept the abuse. Right. Exactly. He's a chicken. That's why he prefers chicken head Sonia. Listen, same way Satan put Cynthia in your path. Now, y'all know I got to get back to calling her Cynthia. I can't believe he would compare himself to Acrimony, an African-American horror story. Why not, Vicky? Embarrassing. Happy Easter. Miss Buckeye said, I'm just listening. I'm sick of that stuff. I told y'all yesterday it get worse. It get worse. Shirley, don't get me. Acrimony guy made a honest living, sir. That man went to college. He never cheated on his wife. He had a vision. Now, he didn't want to work, you know, and he did want to go out there and promote his vision. Everywhere he went, he was telling the people about the good news, honey. I got this product. I'm telling you this, you know, he had a sale pitch together, right? But wife was like, listen, I need you to bring some coins up in this house until this blow over, until you make it, honey. But he did the right thing. He came back after he got his money and gave her 50% of it. He still tried to right his wrongs. Do we see Nesto blowing up and really coming back handing Shirley 50% of his earnings? No. I'm sorry. Just delusional as F, Vicky. He be cooking up his own curses on himself. He find you. Her finding you was God putting her in your life to ensure you get your just rewards for all the hurt and financial ruin you inflicted on his people. He really think he's playing chess with these women. He do. justice will be served, and as Dion said, they go baptize you. God used his scandalous situation to save SS, Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the call according to his purpose and his will, honey. And how often do the police counsel anyone to come talk to them with a lawyer in tow? Shirley was bugging. When a woman sped up, Shirley did no investigation on his broke, dusty behind. Georgia Peach. For one is 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game, says the judges in this case. Right, Debbie. Oh, Blow Pop is Debbie. Okay, I'm like, who is Blow Pop? Okay, Debbie. Golly, Big Red, Blow Pop, Debbie. Okay. Sure. I'm like, who is Blow Pop? Oh, okay. Debbie got a big head. I mean, what does Blow Pop mean? Bingo. It sounds like he's trying to say balloon pop, but you know, Nesto and the words don't get along. Shirley should have think for herself. Yeah, I wish she would have. When she stooped to his brain level, she back. She back now. Yes, she back now. Balloon pop, blow pop, all the same person. His secret crush is Debbie. Oh, I thought it was Gary. Nope. When is Acrimony 2 supposed to be out? I'm ready for it. Yes, Tyler Perry. When is it coming out? Agreed. Her finding you was the police coming to talk to you. That part. Hey, Linda. Sure. This man here. How much longer we got? He just trying to figure out a way, child, to get Shirley back into the his grips. But Shirley's like, I got this.
Already got it. To keep me out the way so they can take care of them because they're 65 years old. Ain't got nowhere to go.
Oh, now see, now this bullshit right here now. Here he go with his shade. They just trying to get me out the way. Sir, you got yourself out the way. You've been out the way now for years, okay? What do you mean they trying to get you out the way? Here he come with this conspiracy, acting like it's Shirley is plotting behind his back. You know, she got him out the way. So now, what's the benefit of her getting you out the way? Like, she lost a lot, and you got a nurse that's saying she ain't got nowhere to go, and she's 65 years old. I'm so sick of him getting these ages wrong. He's 61 and a half. She's 100. She's 65. You never get it right. And it's your fault that she don't have nowhere to go at.
Think about what the fuck I'm.
Yeah, please.
And you're living large right now. So I'm telling you what I see.
Beyond in these dead zones. Now we don't know what he's trying to say.
And that's what they specialize in. That's what they do.
So he's trying to say Steve specializes in setting people up? Who? Blow Pop? Who?
Shit deep in it's deep, bro. It's deep. I ain't got discernment for nothing now. I mean,
now he got discernment. What he said, he ain't got discernment for nothing. Now he got discernment, but he ain't know on that stormy night that this was gonna be the last time he was gonna see Shirley's face. Okay, on this stormy night, he didn't know that a storm was coming and he was gonna be in jail for 3 years. But now he got discernment. Vicky, add that to the dictionary.
Man, my partner said, man, you can't tell these folks $100 for no goddamn.
Y'all, this Dion. I mean, come on, Dion. We trying. You want us to say what's right out here on the streets. You gotta let us hear it, sir.
What? For no goddamn what? And you're living large right now.
Hey, Pine.
So I'm telling you what I see. And that's what they specialize in. That's what they do. So shit deep in it's deep, bro. It's deep. I ain't got discernment for nothing now. I mean, my partner said, man, you can't charge these folks $100 for no goddamn woo-wop. My partner goddamn walked out the goddamn door on my ass. Said, man, you don't know what he talking about. This shit going down. Goddamn, how many years ago that been? That been down there 10 years ago, bro. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, Miss Lorraine. Y'all, this Dion. I'm sorry. Not me.
So put the woo-wop down.
I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm saying is, them folks need to hold their cards, man. They need to hold their cards. Yes, they do.
Riding around town and all these dead zones.
It is what it is. Because it don't do them to get better now. I know that for a fact. Yeah. So it's going to be all right.
So this is what I mean.
I don't have no court there. I called today, so I don't have that yet. But, yeah. Please make sure you
This is what I mean when I say that he been talking this way to me, because somebody had asked, do we think that he knows something because how he's been talking on the phone as of late, you know, or the videos, how, you know, whatever you're watching on at that moment. He been talking that way to me. It's nothing has changed. He's been confident, honey, and talking out the side of his head. This is an example.
What you say? Yeah, make sure you handle your business with
Shirley.
as soon as possible. I need for them to stay 1,000 what you got going on.
All right, player, I can dig it.
Yeah, I don't need no interruptions and all that, spy phone calls and why would you do that to me? I help them do this. I don't want it because I know how they cut. You got it now?
Say it again.
I don't want them to be, why would he do that to me? I helped him out. I did this for him. I did. So I don't want that in your vocabulary right now. Your notebook. I don't need that. You don't need it. You catching on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Shirley go to.
They just like such. No. We ain't doing that. That ain't how they go. So.
That ain't the case.
No, I know it ain't the case. But they don't see that. They just see whatever. I told you, see, look. They go by that.
Hey, there she goes. And
they quick to jump on the bandwagon. Anytime somebody was accused of something, remember when T.I. was going to do it, he was going to do it, and everybody. You know, somebody said, oh, man, he did it. I said, no, they did it. No, them folks, other people got some malicious things going on, too, now. They're trying to get money from them folks. No, he did it. When they find out.
And to me, you know, the situation with T.I. and Tiny, I think he's talking about when those ladies were coming after them both as a couple, because again, this was not like T.I. was out here doing things behind his wife's back and she did not know. It sounded like this was a group activity with both individuals, wife and husband, partaking in. But the women said, we went there, we knew what was going to happen, but they Bill Cosby'd us. So that was the part that we didn't agree to. I believe the case was dropped, or either they settled out of court. It was no criminal case, of course. You know, like when Ernesto's in, but they was doing what they was doing now. That's the part we tried to say. But to us, Shirley was not a willing participant in a lot of these shenanigans that you had going on, Ernesto, but Tiny knew what was up. Allegedly, Lady T-Bug said allegedly.
And quit that man on that shit, him and his wife. Then he come back and say, man, you was right. I can see the game. You understand? But they can't see the game. They go by what them folks say. Whatever somebody say, they go with it.
Right.
The same thing with that Kevin Hart shit. I said, no. There's a myth in that. That's somebody close to him. Guess who it was? Your motherfucking best friend.
Shit crazy, man.
I'm trying to tell you. Now, I'm telling you what's going on. I'm telling you what I see. I'm telling you what I see. I'm telling you what I see.
And now JT has been cleared. Okay. So JT was done wrong, in my opinion. Kevin Hart was being shady like Ernesto.
So, and it gonna all come out. Because this shit too much technology. They let you know who hit what button. So that's it, man. That's what it is, man. It's gonna be good. Be all right. Just sit here till my time. It's coming.
Yeah, everything's gonna be smooth, bro.
Yeah. It's definitely that. I'm going out with a goddamn bang. With a goddamn with per class.
Now was he walking?
So
Oh
it
my
comes.
God, Dion, you got on boots?
Yeah, the remarkable is coming. You can be like, what?
The remarkable is coming.
The Houdini.
The Houdini.
Yeah, for real. The Houdini coming, man. It's coming. Just hold tight. The Houdini is coming. You enjoy your day today, sir.
I sure will, so I'm turning around.
Yeah, turn around. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead on, give them folks, man, stop procrastinate. Yep.
Procrastinate.
I got you, Claire.
All right. Love you.
You be safe in right now.
Oh, I am. Love you too.
Keep your nose toward the sky.
Thank you for using Global Telly.
Okay, Nesto say he finna pull a Houdini. The remarkable is coming, baby. Okay, Dion, you supposed to convince SS to stay. Yep. Sunshine. Lady T-Bo, you were absolutely correct in the beginning. All the dummies did was laugh like he was not fighting for freedom, all right? It's like y'all don't hear kiki, ha-ha, and everything's a joke. Nobody was taking this seriously, okay? And I don't think they're going to really see the light until he is sentenced. Dion be out and about too much. That's why the chlamydia is always around. Not you. Baby, living large like Nesto dream of coming home next week. Dion not paying him any mind, baby. Dion not running errands, child. We the call going in and out because he in these go dead zones. We hearing the gas rumbling, the mufflers back there blowing, the pipes. Always at the good part too. He's talking about Debbie. Okay, I wrote it down that Debbie is blow pop. Dion acting slow. I dream of coming home, baby. They say bump. I dream of Jeannie. I dream of coming home. Hey Joseph, happy Sunday. Oh, big dummy. More bull jive from Mushmouth, and he not studying his Diddy BS. Hey, TD Will. Exactly, it is not the same. I'm like, baby, he really think that he was up on these men that he compared himself to level. You've never been on their level. Maybe when they was in third grade, I don't know. That was a mad lover at T.I. and Tiny. The case was dropped. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I couldn't remember how it ended. You know, they probably cut off and got them a new boo, you know. They've had a few. Says the man that thought Cynthia was the rich next Mark. Kevin Hart was lying about his best friend. Yep, Kevin was and is moving crazy. Nesto let Cynthia fill him with delusional confidence from day one. Yes, he has been this way, confident for no reason. Listen to Cynthia, delusional legal babbles of lies. Ooh. He thinks he is getting out. Nesto just like his side hand, never tell the story correctly. Facts. But we, yeah, I have to have, I said what I said to come up here and say it right. Right to the nearest prison. He got discernment and he been having visions, but never was able to see his wrongdoing in any and all situations. Dion is not calling Shirley. He not. He doesn't want her asking him questions about Nesto's shenanigans, and then he has to lie to her. Hips clacking like he has on heels. You think he had on some cowboy boots? I said what I said. As Nesto turns around his cell, baby, every little step he take will be in his room. Okay, cell block D. We are still waiting for your time to come. Yes, go ahead and call Shirley and get me out of the doghouse. That's what it's giving, Vicky. Hips clacking. You heard him. what they were doing and have a reputation in Atlanta for doing is what Phaedra was told that Candy is a part of dungeon activities, okay, especially since they have admitted to the three-way with the NDAs, right, Georgia Peach? April 30th for Ernesto, yep, 10 days. Houdini, the real Houdini was Harry Houdini, okay, a Hungarian American magician, illusionist, and escape artist. Nesto messes with that dark magic, but he ain't figured it out. Time has ran out. I hate when he says, love you too. Dion didn't say anything. Dion said, be safe. Be safe, daddy. Don't let the bed bugs get you. Don't let the boogeyman get you, daddy. Be safe up in there. You ain't got no protection. Okay, I dropped the link. Let me move this out the way. Well, I could stop sharing since I'm not going to share anything else. If you want to come up on this Resurrection 420, feel free. Feel free. I got y'all some little background back there, y'all. Some little Hey, Muffin. Child, like we said, it's just delusional. It gets worse, sir. It gets worse, sir. I think we have at least three more of these conversations going on between Nesto and the family that prays. And they definitely trying to pray on Shirley top. And I'm so glad, at this point, Shirley, had cut off communication. She was gaining her independence back. She was, putting her life back together because this man don't give a F, okay? And I'm trying to be respectful, baby, but I'm about to go there. I slipped up a few times, more than a few times, but and that's only because it's Resurrection Sunday. That's it. Y'all know how I get down. But he's even on here joking about that. She ain't got nowhere to go at. What y'all cooking today? I'm not cooking. I'm home alone, so I'm not cooking. Kidney Punch Ken looking for him. Gotta go back and listen. I tried to point out the new stuff because some of this stuff is repetitive. Sabrina hung around them. She knew what she was talking about and had been a part of that, but she just couldn't find credible witnesses that couldn't be paid off. I agree with that, Georgia Peach. Can you imagine dealing with his mess for 10 years? He never has accountability for anything. 10 years of excuses and Jetty mind tricks. He probably has SS thinking she was crazy. Yeah, he would. Like, I know I just put my keys right there, type of crazy, and then they're gone. Oh, I see some bugs over there. Now they're gone. Now the bugs are back. Crazy. Let me get my first person up here, my first panelist up here. Hey, Vic to the Veil.
Hi. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Resurrection Day. Lady T-Bug, thank you for coming live and thank you for letting me up on your panel.
Oh,
I'm
always.
going to cuss because Jesus died for my sins.
I slipped up a few times, Vicky.
Thank you, Lord, for sacrificing yourself for my wayward ways. I appreciate you. Love you. In the name of Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord. Look,
Hey,
he always has
Helen.
to he always has to find a common enemy. And right
Mm-hmm.
now, like, the enemy is Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was like. He kept saying, "All them folk, they were over there milking it up." He's not talk because I was like, okay, could he be
No,
interjecting?
not the Lord's Day, Easter. Because I cuss on Sundays.
He was because he wasn't trying to interject Sheridan in there. He had to give up on Sheridan. So now it's Debbie, but he
Mm-hmm.
don't really know if Debbie's still there or not.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just putting that out there, and Dion, and like trying to force Dion to, to call Shirley and make things right. Try to make things right from that's. I don't know what the heck. First of all, just my parents are going through a divorce right now, and as much as I want to my mom is one thing, but my stepdad is another thing. As much as I want to go in and say like, hey, bruh, like, do this and this, and you could probably make things right. It's not my place to be able to come in and say, you need to do this right to like fix it. Because there were so many times when she told me that it was happening, that I was like, I want to call him and like tell him, hey, all she wants is this. And he, I left things alone. Like you can't put your kids in the middle of your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a right thing to do. And I think that's very selfish of Ernest because you're too chicken shit to call her yourself.
Oh,
Even call even call her collect. Like I mean, she might not answer, but like to at least try to make the attempt or to have Dion call. Like call on three-way or something. But or have, do it one more time, have Dre call on three-way or have Lamont call on three-way. Why aren't you trying to call her? Or why aren't you trying to like if you think that things are gonna be so right and like you gonna get back to have the girl just put some money on your account and you be able to call her yourself. She might not answer, but at least she sees that you're trying. This whole thing about having your friends and family get involved in the middle of your marriage is sickening, and it's something that narcissists do. They try to triangulate, rope everybody into like your
mm-hmm.
foolishness, and make sure like you get involved. And now Dion he's already kind of, you can tell he's kind of like irritated and pissed that his name is even involved in this. He trying to stay in Shirley's kind of sort of good graces, probably for financial reasons, maybe for some emotional reasons, but mostly for financial reasons, from what it sounds like. But that's not fair to put your child in the mix to say keep telling folks don't give up. Tell them don't give up. Not don't tell her I love her. Tell her I'm so sorry. Tell her nothing passionate, nothing warm and I remember Dion had called her on three-way, and he said he was just I forgot he didn't even
Yeah, he told
Dion.
him not to say nothing, right? That
Right.
one? Okay.
Yes. And I can't remember if Dion interject like put in that like a statement of emotion on Nesto's behalf. But I don't think he said anything about I love you. He says I love you like to all. I know he doesn't mean the I love yous, but he says I love you, and then he doesn't say any of this about Shirley. It's just like just tell him don't give up. It's gonna be. But I'm just gonna translate his stupidity. Tell him give don't cut me off completely financially. I know you cut me off for the last few months, but don't cut me off completely financially. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna scam some more when I get out. But I think that it's just wrong to make your kids or keep putting it out there for your kids to go in there and fix your marriage. That's just it's stupid. Like, because your kid doesn't know all of the stuff that y'all have been through. Your kid does not know the intimate moments that y'all have had, the fights that y'all have had. Like what you because Nesto is just a liar and like to you setting Dion up for failure because Shirley could come back and it's like, do you know what he did to me on October 29th, 2017? You know what I mean? Like you setting him up for a failure. But it's extremely selfish, and it just shows it goes back to what kind of parent he is. He don't give a damn. He doesn't look at. He likes the title of being a father, but he doesn't want the responsibilities, and he doesn't understand the responsibilities of being a father. I know I said what I said up here, so I'll be quiet for right now.
Hey, I said what I said. Happy Sunday and Resurrection Day to you.
Hey, everybody. Happy Easter to everybody. And I hope my voice allowed me to talk. I don't know what happened when I went to bed. It rained here last night, and I guess I kind of caught it. And I ate a lemon, so I don't know what happened. But it made my throat kind of sore. But this ninja, you can just tell that this is the bull crap that he be telling Shirley. Like just say for instance, she have a problem with him and she tries to confront him. This is how you talk to her. You can tell this is the game right here. No, 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 I gotta do what I gotta do, and them folks, everybody just jealous of us, and you can just tell this is the BS that he's telling her to convince her. And he's trying to talk to Dion the same way that he talked to Shirley, but not so much of trying to defend himself, but just to try to explain it to Dion so that he can tell Shirley what's really going on. And so, and Dion is listening and listening, but Dion also told him, well, uh, some of that I didn't like. I didn't like this part, or I didn't like that part. And you said this, and he's trying to explain Sonya away, trying to let him know how important she is, and that he need her on the team, and she came looking for him. He didn't go looking for her. So in other words, she really ain't my woman, but she came and found me, and since she came found me, she know how to talk to them folks for me. She know how to, she know how the game go as far as jail, and she's gonna help me get out. That's what I took from the conversation. And then he's upset about Debbie because what it is he's scared that Debbie is going to talk to Shirley and put her on game about what's going on with him. He think that Shirley going to do what Vicky said that she didn't want to do. And Vicky, I'm so sorry that your parents are going through this. I meant to say that to you.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
y'all having because I know this can be a devastating time for you, even though you're not doing it. But anytime a family break up, that's devastating to everybody because it does affect everybody.
Yeah,
But
and you do want, as somebody going through, you kind of, when you know what the problem is, you do want
yeah,
to like, and you,
you
but
want to interject, but you can't.
I'm a child. I mean, I'm grown as hell, but I'm still the child, and I don't know all of the details, so I
Right.
can't. I'm going to always take my mama's side, regardless, but I still can't, unless she was absolutely wrong or something. But you can't interject, and I think it's just selfish of Ernesto to push Dion into that position of go fix
Yeah.
it for me.
Yeah, you nigga, I'm sorry.
God'll forgive you. It's okay.
Well, we're on YouTube, and I know I don't want her video to get messed up because that's how I talk really. But you started all of this. You sit up here and you made this big mess. You already was in jail, right? So you already done broke up the family dynamic. You done already messed up the home. Your woman that was already in other words, they already had problems because Shirley was already living with someone else when you went to jail, and then you piled on the crap. Okay, you pass some more ish onto the problems that y'all
Right.
already have by bringing this woman into the game, and now you're trying to clean up on L9, and you want Dion to help you clean up this mess that you done created, and you keep comparing yourself to Steve. This Steve done worked over 40 or 50 years. He's like the rest of us. He's been in the workforce all this time.
Right.
So yeah, he's gonna bounce back. He got connections, and he got the drive and the determination to make it. And I think it was being Randisha said that he had a $20 million tax debt, and he did. He was in debt with taxes, and he used to talk about it on the radio on how he need to stack his paper up and how he was gonna get on his grind. And when he said that, baby, he went and got every job in the book that he could find.
Yeah, he was working like five gigs at one time, and I think he was even still touring.
Exactly. He was doing everything that he could to make that money up. And that's when he say Marjorie helped me rebuild myself and rebuild my brand. That's what he's talking about. Because yes, he did have money before, but he was probably irresponsible with it. We know he was irresponsible because he didn't pay his bills.
Right.
Right. And
And
so when them
them
people come after you, you gotta pay them.
and they come after you hard at one,
Yes.
like, especially when you owe a certain, like you owe a distinct amount. It's like, well, damn, can we work out some sort of arrangements before they start taking stuff? But yeah, what I feel like Marjorie did is taught him some discipline when it came to, because I mean, she was a hustler, and I think she just taught him, she might have taught him like financial discipline, and that's probably what he needed. So, excuse me, as much as people like, give shade to Marjorie, and I really don't, like I said, I've always said I don't care about Marjorie, but it seems like he learned some financial discipline, and now they're enjoying the fruits of his labor. And it's not just his labor, it's her labor too, because
Right.
if she came in and showed him how, okay, you got to spread the money out this way, we're going to pay bills this way, and we're going to do it like this. She saw the potential and like possibly helped him elevate where, and although he did his other wife wrong, um, Marjorie was able to feed the need that he was looking for, give him the fix that he was looking for, having a pretty wife and whatever. But uh, he's not comparable to Steve whatsoever because he doesn't Nestor doesn't have a working bone in his body. Okay, you can clean a
Mm-mm.
fan. All right, you clean you rinse your hands off. You throw stuff around the garage. What else you do? You pump the gas. What else you do?
Well, everything he does is like Houdini. It does. It magically disappear because he built all his foundations on sand and it can't stand that way. You can't build your foundation on sand and expect it to level out. It's just not going to happen for you. And he's full of crap. And like you said, he never want to work, and he really don't want to grind like everybody else do. Because it's one thing about being broke. It's okay to be broke, and it's okay to fall down. But just like Steve, you just have to know how to get back up. And in most relationships, it's like that. One person spend too much money and the other person know how to budget the money, and that's all it is.
Right.
Somebody have to have some sense in the house, and she probably just told him, hey, you can't be buying this and that, and spending your money here and there. She
See
probably just
these.
showed him the way on how to stack the paper up. He went out
Yeah.
there and made the paper, but she made the paper work, and that's how marriage is. It's a give and take situation, and both of them said that he was broke when they met. And so it was the determination and his grind is what helped them get back up on their feet.
But his broke is a different, like he may not have had a million, but
Right.
he kind of had like 10,000, and his bills were like 15,000.
I want
So
to clarify real quick with Steve. I do not believe it was his fault. I think he got scammed by his tax auditor. Like
Yeah.
a lot of those celebrities do, they are filing, they're giving them the information, they're filing the taxes allegedly. They're telling them they're paying it, but these people are pocketing the money. And by
Right.
the time
okay,
he found out, it was, up to 20, million. And of course, it's still your fault because you gotta make sure everything is followed through and check behind. I don't think it was to his negligence, and I don't like Steve Harvey, but I'll have to look it
no,
up.
that
But
makes
when
sense.
I did research it way back, it was because of that, not because of him.
Right. And
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and even he said on the radio, if I have $1 million to me, that's broke. And I can wholeheartedly understand that to him, because when I was in the workforce, when my money got down to $500 in the bank, hell, I was broke in my opinion, because that can go
Yeah,
real, real quick. And so, my bank account, even $1,000, let's put it like this: $500, I started worrying, and $1,000, it got my attention, because you always have to have some type of cushion in the bank, so that if anything go down, you want to be able to handle whatever situation. And of course, I don't have the money, or we don't have the money that Steve has, and I don't know. I can't count everybody pockets, but some people may have $1 million. But I'm just telling you about what made me get nervous when my how low my bank account is, and 1,000, anything 1,000 and under, I'm starting to get leery. Okay, because anything
yeah,
can happen. Especially with your car, what have you? Because if you take your car to the mechanic, or to the shop, or if anything happened to your car, you're gonna look to pay almost $1,000 for whatever it is that's broke on your car, right?
yeah. I mean, even similar. It's like, okay,
Right.
I try to keep at least one or two credit cards like available because it's like, all right, I always I'm like Cynthia in that way where it's like, okay, if I don't have the cash, I know I have the credit. So it's like if I look at my bank account and I see it's under 1,000, I'm like, okay, all right, girl, you got what can we cut out? What can we cut out? And if I can't cut anything out, it's like, okay, I got to put it on this card. And I mean, you start strategizing, and it's not the best option, but it's kind of like the what you have to do, and you do start rearranging and strategizing things. For Ernest, is just, well, bills pay themselves. Bill, bills will pay themselves eventually. You mean Shirley will eventually end up having to pay this bill
Right.
because her wages are garnished.
Well, he made that video. Don't worry about bills. Bills gonna be there. Bills gonna be bills. So he let us know that he don't care nothing about no bill. That don't excite him like it excite everybody else.
Right.
And I don't know how everybody else operate, but when I get my bills, it's on my mind until I pay that bill. And then once I pay that bill, my mind rests a little bit. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I don't forget anything. That's why I have a lot of direct deposits, so you can just go ahead and take it because it's going to come every month anyway. And even Lamont, made the inference that he don't care nothing about bills, you know,
Because
and so
everything is probably in another woman's name.
exactly, and they could care less about being responsible and paying bills. And he also was upset about us listening to the calls or what have you, and he got busted. He got busted on these calls, and now he's upset with everybody. Oh, fuck them folks. I don't care about what they believe in. They can say what they want to say. Because, in other words, in so many words, as soon as I can talk to Shirley, I just need to talk to her face to face. And then once I talk to her face to face, this is the kind of crap that I'm going to spew in her face, to
Right.
try to convince her. And it just made me think about, and Lady T Bug haven't been married, but I'm sure you've been in a relationship. And whenever you're in a relationship and you're unhappy and whatever the problem is, and it may not even just be cheating, but whatever problem that you bring up to your partner, they always, it's a man thing. They got a speech for you. They
Right.
got a speech, and it's probably a speech that they use all the time. And with this type of guy here, because I'm pretty sure Shirley had to confront him with all these different women because he said it on the calls to Dre. She ran everybody away, and I told her she don't want to do this kind of stuff, so I need these people to do these things. So he's always had women in the organization to help him do whatever it is that he does. And he said, Shirley get mad sometimes, and to confront him about it. Remember one time he said she even hit him.
She said he uses those terms. Like I think he uses those terms. He exaggerates because
Yeah,
he when he says like beat over the head, got my eyes scratched out.
right.
He's used that before when somebody was like verbally bashing him. So I don't believe. I mean, I don't believe that Shirley. Nah, I'm not. I ain't gonna sit here and say that Shirley might not. She might have a little fire in her where she is a
I'm
survivor
sure
of.
Shirley done got the frying pan and knocked the crap out of him
Well,
because
no,
he the
what
type
I'm
of ninja that'll make you do something like that.
I'm saying like like I said he
But I get what
exaggerates,
you
but
saying though.
he'll say like because when they talk about him, they out here hitting me, beating me over the head. With he that's what he uses it for. So I don't. You never know what the hell the truth is with him because
Right,
he double speaks a lot. It may have one meaning to you where you might take it literally, where he's using it figuratively, like,
right.
oh, they over here beating me on my head. Damn, they got my head bashed in, my eyes scratched out. It's like, well,
Hmm.
what exactly do you mean, sir? Because just because Shirley wasn't comfortable with you having all these women around, what woman would? And they
Right.
know that you're a sexual person, and
Yeah.
who knows? Shirley could
But
have had.
sexual or not, no woman want their husband or their man hanging around a bunch of women because we already know what that is. And so, yeah, she's going to confront him with that kind of crap. And it pissed me off for him to say she just need to stay in position. She need to stay in position. What damn position? What are you talking about?
A
Like,
Don't
rug like where you can walk all over her and just not
yeah.
have
exactly.
nothing to say or do for herself. Like, come on now.
Yeah,
A
they're
be
like, they're like, who the hell, who do you think you are? Like, she got to
Right.
stay in position, like you the pimp, and really, she your employee in so many words.
And like keeping to get out and just level her up for real. Like Shirley don't have her own income. She can't level on her own. Like she can't buy stuff, with her own income. There's really nothing else though you can get out and do for Shirley, in my opinion.
Lady T Bug, I have a question. So
Hmm.
I missed because I think I heard I was doing something, so the volume I didn't quite hear it.
Uh-huh.
He said something that she ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, and here the reason why she ain't got nowhere to go.
I
And
think he means in a relationship.
Oh, I don't know. He just said that she ain't got nowhere to go. How he randomly throw things out. Oh man, I took it down.
his
I'll see
metaphor.
if I can find it, Vicky, and play it
But
back. I'm gonna go on
also
mute.
too though, and Vicky, you could be right because remember he brought her age up. She's 65, and he's alluded to that before. that she can't really get anybody, because remember when him and Lil Scooter was talking about it, he was saying that she was what, 80 years old or something like that. Remember that?
He
When he
said
when
something
when he,
like he was
when he
like
gave her
she
10 years.
he was like them folks is 75 or 79 years old.
79 years old, yeah.
And it's kind of like so, you know,
I know people that's 79 and 80 that get married, so that don't mean age don't mean nothing, especially when she don't look her age, she don't act her age. And I guarantee you, you Dusty Buckwheat, I guarantee you she can go out there and get somebody. And somebody way in anything is better than you. If she go get a damn janitor that's sweeping the floor at a schoolhouse, that's better than you. Cause guess what? He got an income tax number and you don't.
well he got six socials, right? So he got income tax number. I mean,
Okay,
I'm
but
just
let him file for them taxes and see what the IRS do to it. And that's what I'm talking about. Anybody that's legitimate is better than him. Even if it's the damn garbage man, it's better than him, because you're a scammer. You've been a scammer, and you try to run game on everybody, and you even running game on your son. You trying to convince Dion that you're really not doing what you're doing, and Dion sit up there and inherit the calls just like we did. He heard everything that you said, and now you're trying to turn the tables and you're trying to flip it around to make it seem like it is something that it's not. But you also want to keep your cash cow around. You try to act like you all important and you're the one who's making these moves and making this money, but in actuality, you want to keep this cash cow around because you already know you're nothing without Shirley. You're nothing. And nobody wouldn't even know your dusty butt. If it wasn't for Shirley, nobody wouldn't even know who you were. If they splattered your name on that TV all day long, nobody, only the barbershop and beauty shop world may know you, and a few
they all
people
got
around the
something bad to
community.
say about him. They're like, oh,
Right.
not
Yeah.
him.
And nobody have a great view of you at all. So you're not anybody. And like I said, the only reason why we're talking about you is because of Shirley Strawberry. It ain't because of you, sir.
El Cid, the garbage man might have better benefits than what Shirley got. Just to throw that out there, because that might be state benefits, and they might have. I mean, he might have a better retirement plan than Shirley, so he might actually have something to offer. But Shirley is, she is bougie, and she may not lower herself, but I'm not. Listen, when Steve has said, "Oh, all these things," and I know she listens to Steve, but at this point, she just needs a regular ass man. I mean, if she's gonna get a man, I don't think she should. But if
Right.
she needs a regular man who can set her straight, because if she needs someone like Shirley needs a Marjorie who's gonna get her on track to like,
Well,
hey, if you
but at the
can't pay.
end of the day, Shirley lived dated. Shirley is the type of person more than likely in the way that this saga is going, because we're not really we don't know for sure, but the way that she lives, and just listening to him talk, and you got to decipher the lies and the BS and try to put it all together. It seems like Shirley is the type. Well, I got she do live a she like to spend money. Let's just put it like that. And who don't like to spend money?
It's
And
hers
most
to
and
spend.
most stars, this is high profile people. Shirley is not the only one. This is how these people live. How many times have you heard people losing their houses and their mansions? And
Baby, if
I just watched something about Floyd Mayweather the other night on YouTube about him being broke, about him, all those promotions that he does, and promoting about how much money he make or what have you. And I seen something with Stephen A. Smith saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke now. And it's a
he's
lot of people live this way.
Floyd, the Floyd's problem is he spends on large ticket items, and
It's the same thing.
he
Yeah,
spent it like frivolously. I mean, if he's broke, then that's probably why he's doing these little boxing, little goofy little boxing fights. But
right,
um, yeah, I know. I mean, I deal with high profile clients, and
yeah,
some of them are celebrities, and you just kind of look through their expenditures, and sometimes I've had to sit down and go through their expenditures and like help them cancel certain things, because like what are you doing? But
right. So you have
Yes.
you're really having to give them financial advice for their own money, right?
Yeah. So I
And they,
mean,
and they and they rich.
I mean, they're like, you look at some of their credit lines. I was like, wait a minute, I
Right.
mean, you maxing out $100,000 every year, every month, like so.
Yeah.
But as far as Shirley goes, she does. I think she needs a humble person to be with her, not someone who's going to help her be grandiose. I mean, this is these are my thoughts. I think she needs somebody who knows how to live on a budget, knows how to keep her humble. She can go shopping all she wants to, but pay the bills first, then go get your hair done, okay? Or prepay for all your hair appointments ahead of time, or prepay for your nail appointments ahead of time. Like just set them up on auto pay up, for a month, and then you just prepay, do that because she doesn't remember how to pay bills.
But she
Well,
does
she,
know, Vicky. Just like Lady T Bug put in the chat. She was making it before Buckwheat came along. Now I'm not saying she paid all her bills on time, and it's just like everybody else. It's a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. They pay on the bill instead of paying the whole bill. Like if the electric bill $500, they gonna pay 300 just so them people won't turn it off. They gonna pay on the bill instead of paying the bill, and it seems like that's what she was doing. She paid on
right.
bills. She wasn't really losing nothing until she got with Buckwheat. When she got with Buckwheat, she started losing everything. Yeah, he brought a lot of mess home, and then as soon as they get it, they lost it, and that's
You
how
would,
he was operating. And
you
so
know
you
what?
take them two together, and then that's a storm within the making. Somebody that's just paying on the bill, and somebody that don't pay on the bill, and nobody in the relationship have any financial sense. And so
Mhm.
yeah, it's a recipe for disaster, and that's what happened.
You would have thought that when she ran through and she's like, "Well, I had all this, because who was it, Dre that or I don't know." She said she was telling him somebody told her you had all this stuff before you met and now you don't. And you would have thought at that point in time she would have said, "Okay, no more," because she was looking for an apartment in late 2022. Why are you still spending money on attorneys like and not asking any questions? That kind of thing, it still boggles my mind because it's like you ran through you did the rundown with him and he's like, uh-huh, yeah, don't, he just telling you don't listen to them folks, but you ran through and said I had a house, I had a car, whatever. You had these material things and you were financially stable before you met him, and now you suddenly don't. It's not sudden, it's been happening over time. So maybe take your head out of the clouds and take your heart out of it and think rationally at 60 something years old. um it just I at that point I kind of would have been like, yeah, I did have all this, I need to take a step back. So whatever your attorney's not doing, let me go talk to them and figure out what we can do, because I need to know what this attorney is supposed to be doing. And go
But
ahead.
but but she still had hope at that time. And she still was waiting on him to come back home so they can get back to their life, remember? Because she wanted to just get back to her life. She didn't really want to deal with none of this crap. And so she was holding on to the hope that he was going to just get out and get back to doing what they was doing. So she wasn't thinking rationally. In my opinion, she didn't start thinking rationally until she found out that the job knew what was going on. And it's like a little kid. They're gonna keep doing what they're doing until they get in trouble, right? And so once everybody find out what was going on, then that's when she started making smart moves, in my opinion. And once her and Steve had that conversation about, because remember she says she tried to talk to Steve and he texted her, and I don't even believe all of that. I really believe her and Steve had a full-fledged conversation about what she was going to do and how it was going to affect her job. And that's when she started making moves. And a lot of times people just don't move or react until they have to. And it's just like, and I don't want to bring your situation in it, but I'm pretty sure once your mother told that dude that she was getting ready to go or whatever, he started trying to think different. And,
Yeah.
before she walk out that door, he gonna start trying to dot them I's and cross them T's. You can rest assured of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he wouldn't do one thing, and that was like go to couples therapy, and that
Right.
was that
Now
was it.
and
But
now I bet he want to go to therapy, right?
nope. he
Oh, he still don't want to go.
he some men are just like that. Like
Yeah.
I was in a relationship and I told him like, okay, look, we split up and I told him I'm like the only way I'm getting back with you is if we go to therapy. He was fine with couples therapy, but when you go to couples therapy, you also have to go to the therapy, solo therapy,
Yeah.
to help process some of the stuff that's going on, to make sure that everything is going right.
Mhm.
And he said going to single therapy I was pushing it too far, so it was like the
Right.
end of that.
But he started trying to, but at first he was just it was a no for everything. And once he started getting nervous and she said, I'm finna roll out of here.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and go
I'll
to
do
therapy. Because
this. I'll do.
that's how they do. That's how men do.
They be
When
up
you're
your ass.
unhappy, yeah,
Yeah,
when you're unhappy and you're constantly talking to them and you're constantly trying to get them to do what you want them to do or to act better or do better, they will not move until you say, okay, this is enough. And you start packing stuff up. And then that's when they start trying to get right. And I know what
girl.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about because hell, I've been there and done that. I done packed up boxes for ninjas. And when they
yes.
see those boxes in that hallway, then they want to come and have conversation with you. And it's just the same thing with Buckwheat. He's in a bind right now.
He.
And he will do anything. Just like when Shirley had that conversation, you're never at home. I can be at home. I can be at home because they're going to tell you anything that they have to tell you to get you back because they're nervous because you're getting ready to go. And that's exactly what Buckwheat is doing right now.
Well, it's funny because I think once he finally heard her say on the radio that divorce proceedings are underway, because he flip flopped through this. Because at first he was like, yeah, what I'm, he was kind of, he was like, yeah, it's kind of like a rap. She said divorce because she said divorce proceedings are underway. But then he talking to Dion. Dion is like calming him down and saying,
Hmm.
well, they're saying that I know him, but those are my folks. As good people. I'm always gonna rock with them, and just hyping Shirley up. He's like, well, um, uh, tell them folks don't give up. Tell him just stick with me. He's sitting there. He's scheming.
He
He
nervous.
Yeah, he's nervous because he's like, because when they had the ultimatum call, and then when they had the call after, she wasn't. She just was like the ultimatum call. She was fired up. Then and she was telling him like, you're not gonna force me to do anything, and he got hope with that. But then when he called her after all, the bail hearing happened, and it came out on social media, and it was all over TikTok and whatnot. That was when he called her again with Dre. She was upset, and so he didn't have anything to say to her. All he had to he could text her that stupid ass apology, and he didn't try to make any contact with her thereafter. If he was a man that was really willing to fight for his marriage, he would have tried to call her as much as possible. I know she doesn't pick up or anything, but still try to text her. His head was up, was he was pivoting towards Sonya. So
Exactly.
he
Because
gave up on her.
he had a backup plan. And that's what happened when they have a backup plan and they think that backup plan is going to work out. Sometimes they are
Mhm.
willing to let you go. Now, they're going to do what they can to fight to try to keep you. But once they find out that you made your mind up and it ain't no turning back, then they'll just go ahead and give up. And he's not in a position to try to fight back, okay? Because he's in jail. So he can't just go over there and harass her. He can't just pop up on the scene, and he can't just call her. And you know how they do, and constantly call you and try to put that
Girl, sit outside your
pump
house
that
and
crap in your ear and try to convince you, and and try to go back down memory lane and buy you all kind of stuff when they really don't buy you nothing at all. But then when you get ready to go, you get everything that you ever thought about you wanted, and some shit that you don't want. And so they lay it on thick. Let me just put it that way. Okay, when they figure you getting ready to go, then they start trying to straighten up and try to lay it on thick. Well, see, he don't have that opportunity to do that. The only thing he does have is phone calls, and she's in control. And that's another thing. He don't have any control. He don't have any power because he's in jail. And if she
no,
don't take that call, he don't get to talk to her.
I get that, but here's what he didn't do. He didn't, he stopped texting her. Like, you know what I mean? He had money on the account to text her. He sent her that Hail Mary text message, and then he stopped texting her, and then he started putting everything into the basket. He put all his eggs into the basket with Sonia, and thought that that was going to work out, and then he's realized over time that she is just nutty as a fruitcake, and so he until he actually heard her say divorce proceedings are underway, it was
Still had hope.
he still had hope, and it was like, oh, okay, he was just
Well,
like,
like Shirley say, you ain't out of jail till you out. So it ain't
you're
done.
out when you're out.
Yeah, it ain't done till you sign your name, until you put that ink on that paper. So and a lot of times that's how men think. Well, she says she's gonna get a divorce, but how many people, just like Tony Braxton, started divorce proceedings and stopped them? And so I'm telling you, men know how to get us. They know how to change our mind. The only thing that saved Cotton Candy is the fact that he's in jail. Because if he wasn't in jail, he would harass the crap out of her to try to convince her to come back to him and how he's gonna do better, and would have promised her everything under the sun. Except he would have promised everything except for the Lord.
I know Shan said that there's no way that he's getting out. Let's just say, if there is a way that he's getting out, that he's been a model prisoner. Let's say we haven't heard any disciplinary action since he's been in jail. A judge could say, well, since you behave so well in jail, you might as well stay here, go to go to prison. But a judge could also sentence him to some lengthy probation or something. Who knows? But if it just so happens that he is released, he most certainly would. He'd be hounding her. He'd be hounding not Lamont. I don't know what's going on with Lamont. He'd be hounding Dre and Dion and whomever else is close to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. He
Well,
does.
first he got to find somewhere to stay. So he gonna harass everybody in the group to try to find somewhere to stay. And then once he get stabilized and find a place to stay, then she'll be next on the agenda for him to try to get her back and try to sweet talk her and change her mind or what have you. So if him being incarcerated don't do anything else, it gave this lady some time to think and get her head
Yeah.
back on straight and gave her an opportunity to get away from him. Because see, I understand, and it looks bad with these 39 charges and fraud and all of that, and that looks bad to the public eye. But how many financial crimes have you saw where these people only get a few years because and they've done tremendous damage to the victims, but they don't get that much time for what they did.
But he's a habitual. He's got 19 cycles. He's a habitual offender. He has no skills.
Right.
He doesn't even have a barbary license. What else? I mean, he's never had gainful employment. Yes, he's
He's a
had these.
bum. He's a
He is
bum. A dusty
he's
bum is what he is.
yeah. So if he gets out, like, what are you gonna do? They would expect you to find employment within 30 days. What can you actually do? I mean, you can wash cars, like, but who's gonna hire you? Okay, you don't even have your CDL. So you, like, even try to go get employment with your friend. Like, he
Well,
doesn't
he,
have.
he can get employed. He can get employed through the temporary services because you have a lot of jobs that'll give you a chance, right? And so
Well, y'all have that in Texas. We don't really have that down here. Y'all may have that up there, but we don't.
Yeah, we have that in
Because even
Texas.
through the temporary services here, there are certain things you're gonna probably have to have, like a high school diploma, like some basic criteria, and he's not going to meet that. In
None of them.
if the company, has criteria like a background check or whatever, he still has to pass that here in Florida, where I'm at. But we don't really have a temporary agency here that's just gonna hire a killer, just anybody,
Y'all don't
and
have
they
second
got.
time. Y'all don't have second chances. Like y'all Walmart there don't give offenders second chances.
I don't
I know
know no information when it comes to Walmart because I've never worked at Walmart, so I don't know their
I think Target
hiring
does now.
processes.
Well, see, it was a list online of all kind of companies, and that's here in Texas. But even like when and the people in the Metroplex can attest to this. Like, even if a job don't want to, if nobody really want to take a chance, you got a lot of nonprofits that, like, churches and stuff. They'll let them work on the church. They let people work on the church grounds, or they will hire a second time offender, but he better be a member of that church. He better, and if he ain't a member,
and
he better be
wouldn't get
going to
hired
church.
here as a church with great charges and CP charges pending.
Right.
He would not work
Now-
here where I am now. I don't know about Texas, but here he would.
Texas will, though. I've seen it happen. I've seen them give people.
You're seeing them hire someone with great charges and CP charges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I
Even though they're not supposed to be around kids. Okay.
Well, see,
I need to stay in Florida, then, baby.
But see, if they doing the church grounds, they working, Monday through Friday. They're not working on the weekends.
there's still Bible study. There's still like summer camp. Yeah.
Throughout the week. Yeah.
So what?
And like during the summer, they have summer camp at my church.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't been going, so I sit at the church.
But I'm just saying,
belong at. They have summer camp.
But the bottom line is what I'm trying to say, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a church, but you have a lot of nonprofit businesses, and basically
Texas,
that's in Texas, that will give you a second chance if you can't find a job. That's all I'm saying. And in Texas, especially like in the big cities, it's not what you know, is who you know. A lot of these people get jobs because of affiliation with somebody else. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody, and they'll give you a job.
Yeah, Whitehead did get 9 years for scamming. And I would like to say that is why Fonnie is putting the RICO on there. And so when you do compare, like Nesto compare himself to people, he don't be comparing himself to the right stuff. That is why she is pushing the RICO, because under the RICO, they can give you lengthy sentences in prison, and that is the difference with a lot of cases when it pertains to Georgia.
Yeah, that Rico thing is about to mess him up. I don't, who knows? I mean, who knows if the Bible lady's prayers are gonna work on him? Who knows them poison prayers? But I hope that if whatever happens, even if he goes, go, because more than likely, I mean, it's 90% of me is saying that he's gonna go to prison. Goes to prison, he leaves Shirley all the way alone. Don't try to he don't know her address, so that's good. I mean, but I know, like, I think Lamont knows her address, but I don't even think Dion didn't even go over there. He just, say, I'm gonna go take her some flowers, but I doubt that never did happen, right?
I don't think he ever went.
No, he never did get the flowers or the donuts or none of that. So
I wouldn't want to deal with that shit. Like, I really wouldn't like to just try to, when Nesto's sitting there pushing him to smooth things over with Shirley. I wish he would have just told his daddy, like, look, that's something that he's telling him in coded language, you're gonna have to straighten that out. But tell him straight up, it's like, listen, Daddy, I don't want to get in the middle of what y'all got going on. Like, I don't, you said Dion heard his daddy talking freaky on the phone with this woman by this time. He heard his daddy speaking to that woman, talking about, I sure miss me some good pee.
No, he trying to say he ain't listened to all the calls. That's why he's trying to say he ain't listened to all the calls. I believe.
Lies. We know. Because he says later on, like, if I remember correctly, he says later on, not this call, but another call. He's like, he said it was juicy. He tells his daddy that the calls were juicy. He didn't start getting mad until, like, we really started analyzing Nesto and listening to how Dion, like, talk and coming down on him, and then his people started coming to him, because it looked like everybody got in trouble because of Nesto. I think everybody got in trouble because of Nesto.
They did. Yeah, everybody life have changed because of him. And let me just clarify some things for you guys. I'm not saying that a church would hire him with those charges. I just gave that as an example for second-time offenders. But it's a lot of nonprofits that probably would hire him And like I said, they're gonna, and it's not gonna be an easy task. It's not an easy task for second chance offenders to get a job. But what I'm saying is, it is doable here in Texas. And if they don't have to, if we got a lot of warehouses that will hire people, they have nothing but second time offenders. And yes, you're gonna work hard. It's gonna be almost like being in prison because they're gonna give you a hard ass job. It's gonna be one of them jobs that nobody else want to work. And now that y'all getting the immigrants out the way, he can go pick some fruit in it and be just fine in the fruit field or
Then
the cotton field. These farmers are looking for people. And I'm just saying, it's not impossible for him to get a job or for him to find a job if he really want one. But it's not going to be easy either. He really going to have to apply himself and really try hard. And I don't see him doing that. I see
at all.
him getting out um, because he hasn't never taken any accountability for anything, right? So that means his mindset haven't changed. And I don't see him getting out, getting any type of job. I see him getting out to try to find a new scam to get into is what I see him doing, because he just, he hasn't taken any accountability. He don't feel like he's done anything wrong. He still think he can get his wife back regardless if she got divorce papers or not, because in his mind that's still his wife, and he still haven't really let her go. Yeah, he know the real deal. He know that she's divorced, but I guarantee you in his mind it's not over with yet, because I haven't heard him say not one time them folks is gone and I ain't thinking about them no more. He just say them folks is living a life. Steve done set them folks up, that's how they do, but not
Mhm.
one time have he said
Mhm.
I'm done. She may be done, and
He
that's how
told that
relate.
to Sonya.
Well, he
What?
tells Sonya
Which part?
anything.
He told her that he
What
not thinking
that
about her.
he said he told Sonya I'm not thinking about that. I'm not worried about that no more. Them folks is gone living their life.
But he told her that when they wasn't when they were still married. Remember, he told her
Right.
they was gonna live happily ever after.
Yeah,
They was
he
gonna run
did.
away together, travel, and all of that. He'll
Yep.
tell her anything because he knows she'll believe anything. And just like remember, he was giving her props. Them folks, they good. They don't give you no back talk, and they on the team, and they do anything I say. In so many words, I've already got her convinced. I don't have to convince her. And he already know anything that he say to her, she's gonna believe it and she's gonna go along with it.
Do
No
she
matter.
really go along with it though?
Well, she said she just on Silverback's channel, she
Oh
said
my gosh.
she said she said that she tell him things to try to keep him calm. And a lot of things she believe, and a lot of things she don't believe, but she don't say anything to him about it because she's just trying to keep him in a good place. Remember that. So they
Mhm.
so they both BSing each other, and both of them know at the end of the day, if he got out, they're not gonna be together. They're just BSing each other in so many words, and I guess it's just something for her to do, and he definitely don't have nothing else to do, and she knows that he's the only thing that she's the only thing that he has right now, and so she's um that's appealing to her. It's like I got everybody out the way, and now he just want me.
If I had a net, well, listen, I'm not. I ain't gonna say if, but like I understand that he can't. Like his reading comprehension is probably on the lower scale. I'm not gonna say he's 100% illiterate, but he's functionally illiterate.
Yeah, like he,
Um,
he read probably like a kindergartner.
yes. I knew I had a never-ending sentence. Like they just taking their time with indicting me and all that. I would be trying to get as much stuff in as possible. Screw that. I mean, the tablet is cool and all that to get immediate information, but like you don't know what's going on from one day to the next. You've gone through 5 attorneys and your wife is gone. At this point, like, why aren't you trying to better yourself instead of staying on the phone with this woman who just pumps you up full of nonsense and just heightens your anxiety, and you just sitting there staring at her? I mean, like doing like Lady T Bug said, doing a mannequin challenge at her when she's just moving around, acting like a clucker. But um, I just don't understand why like the family was.
That's his love language, Vicky. BS is his love language.
Bitches was writing him,
Yeah, but they not they she invested. He knows her.
girl.
They know of each other. They've been together a time or two or three, who knows. But it's like she's really the only familiarity that's really hanging on for him as far as women go. And yeah, he still have Dre a little bit, and he still have Dion, but he said he don't even talk to Lamont no more.
Mm-mm.
And so, and then I'm sure because Lamont probably done flipped and went told everything that he knows so he could stay out of trouble. Also, since he was allegedly the cameraman that's allegedly saw probably a lot. And so, the only people in the circle now is Dre, Dion, and Lil Scooter. So he have to hang on to her. He have to listen to the BS. She all he got. And she the only one that'll take a call 20 times a day because ain't nobody else doing that.
Girl, these people are so counterproductive when it comes to him. I'm not saying he deserves the most, but I would say this: if you have other women in there who took the time to use the first class postage and write you, tell them you want my, like write them back and get them on the team, get them in the circle. You ain't got to tell them any secrets or anything, but tell them some BS. I mean, you better get on your Wade Wilson. I'm surprised Sonya hasn't told him about Wade Wilson, but she probably don't want him getting any ideas.
But see, he can't do that with the other women because he don't really know them like that. Cause see, with the scamming, you have to have familiarity. You got to know how to scam people, right? So he don't know what they will go for and what they won't go for. But with Lil Scooter, he knows her. And so he haven't taken the time out. Well, he couldn't have taken that time out for the people that wrote him because he didn't even know that they was going to write him. And yeah, he should be. He's not smart enough to just manipulate the people like a regular man can manipulate you, right? He have to manipulate a certain type of way because that's the way he's been operating all this time. And so he don't know who he can trust and who he can't trust because at the end of the day, how he know that they're not trying to set him up, trying to write him. And you heard what he said. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nothing, and I don't trust nobody at this point.
I don't, but again, I know what you're saying, Lady T Bug. That's all he has, and he knows her. But she just stay incriminating him. I mean, like she stays, bashing the prosecution, his attorneys. She just doesn't know how to shut up when he tells her when he tells her when he tells her, okay, all right, I don't want to talk about that. What does she do? Roll right on over. All right, you don't gotta say nothing. And she keeps on going. It's just weird. But really quick, back to these two. I'm still kind of a little irritated because it given like having a little more perspective now. Him just trying to use his son to just take. This is the call. Am I mistaken? This is the call we said taking him Dunkin' Donuts. Was that yesterday?
No,
That was
that
yesterday.
was yesterday.
Okay.
He didn't say nothing about donuts today.
So, but he okay. But just trying to like, oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Let me not confuse because, like you said, Lady T Bug, sometimes it can flow together.
Mm-hmm.
So, him listening, him talking about the daughter, got that daughter shit straightened out. What did Shirley say
Oh,
about her daughter? Because
nothing
I
that
don't
can
know.
clear him. Nothing that can clear him. He just wanted to see, I guess, point out that Shirley, I guess, is on the same page with him when it came to the daughter. Because I don't know what he was trying to say about it. Dion didn't even elaborate on that. He just like, oh, okay, I ain't hear that call.
I think Dion did hear what Shirley said. I think he had heard it. He just didn't want to tell his dad because these folks lie to each other. Dion said he don't be listening, but
Hmm.
he knows all the details of every call
Right.
and how
All
it
of them
went down.
listening, Vicky. All of them listening intently.
And it was but yeah, he said they cleared that. I'm glad they cleared that daughter shit up. And I'm like, what is he? I don't recall Shirley saying that on the Strawberry Letter. I've listened to that a couple
Oh,
times.
he was mixing up different stuff. He wasn't just talking about the letter. He was mixing up different stuff.
And also, he's talking about them folks 65 years old. I think he was talking about Debbie when he was saying this, them folks 65 years old, they ain't used to living like that. Talking about Debbie not used to like, and that goes back to what the call you played a few months ago, AT Bug.
Hmm.
Debbie has her own income funds, retirement,
Yeah.
lawsuit money, and he forgot all about that. He's just kind of, well, if they put their ass out,
Right.
her husband, she went down there, thought she was gonna get all that money, but they put their ass out. That was a scam to get that man retirement. He the little stuff like that, like, but he really thought he was gonna come out, and he said Shirley needed protection, right?
Hmm.
What the hell was he gonna protect her from? Just keep her locked in the house? Because the internet
She
is
need
still going
protection.
internet.
She need protection from him. Shit. And she needs some protection. And at the end of the day, Vicky, you saying he said that Debbie not used to that life. You're not used to that life either. You're used to a life of a scammer and getting stuff and getting it taken back and looking behind your shoulder. Who want to live where they got to look behind their shoulder every 5 minutes? And do you can you imagine the pressure that this fool was living under, knowing that he got all these allegedly stolen goods in his possession, and every time you get on the road to go somewhere, you got to look behind your back to see if the popo is behind you.
Tell
You
them,
got to
lady, please.
you got to ride, you got to drive 30, 40 miles per hour so that you can stay out the radar. And so I'm pretty sure even if I had a sputter up, I'd rather have that crap that little scooter have, just so that I don't have to look behind my shoulder knowing that I paid for what I had. And so I don't know where he getting off talking about Debbie don't know how to live that type of life. What type of life are you talking about? A scammer's life? Because everything you had was nothing. It was somebody else's and you paid for nothing. You made, what it is you living this social media life in real life because it's all fake and fabulous. But
Right.
also, any day, everything could be gone just like it is now. So I don't know a person in the world that want to live that way unless they're a scammer and a BSer like you. So I don't know what he's talking about living that type of life. And he feel like anybody that get with somebody is trying to scam that person because that's his mindset. Because that he's projecting his mindset
Hmm.
on everybody else's relationship because he know he don't have any good intentions when it comes to people, point blank, period. Not even his big hip clacking son.
No, his hip clacking son is just a pawn in the
Right,
whole arrangement.
right.
His big hip clacking son is sitting there salivating at the chance that his daddy will call him and talk to him and give him some attention. And
Right.
Dion is attention starved when it comes to his daddy, and I just,
And you know,
I hope.
and you know what that is too, Vicky.
Hmm,
The attention portion of that. See, he's never really had his dad. It seems like to me, you know how some kids want to be the apple of their parents' eye
mm-hmm,
and just put everybody else down, but daddy like me more than he like anybody else. To me, that's what
yeah.
that's given. I'm trying to be important. I'm trying to be the best. I'm doing everything you want me to do because I want you to recognize me. I want to be special to you. And that's what Dion is giving to me. He's trying to be the special golden child in daddy's eyesight. And daddy don't give a dang about nobody but daddy.
When you see that, well, you hear that Nesto does that to all his kids. He pits them against each other. Like
Yes.
he really he talks. He does that to. It seems like he does that to everybody. He talks bad about one person. He projects a lot of BS on people, but he talks bad about one kid to another kid. That they ain't like you. When he whatever that property scam was, whatever he was going to do with that so-called property that he no longer owned, um, he was telling Laverte, uh, don't tell your brother about this. Don't tell Mama Mia about this. Because I'm just letting you know because he can't handle shit like that. It's like, well, why are you telling? it just he does that. He he makes them thirsty for the attention. He
Right.
pits the kids against each other. He pits people against each other, and he did it with Shirley. All them hoes, all them dry head hoes are scared of you, jealous of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
she fed into it and believe. Sorry, boo boo. She fed into it and believed it that all these people are so jealous of her. When no girl, nobody, everybody knew your husband was Dick Dashing.
Right.
Everybody knew your
and
husband
and
was
then
Dick Dashing.
and made her afraid of everybody to make her feel like she needed security,
Mm-hmm.
and made her fearful. So he give you this false pretense of a life that you have to try to live in, and meanwhile he got his hands in your pocketbook, and going around scamming everybody that he come in contact to. But let me just say something about parents, because my mom was two-faced also when it came to the kids. um Now, she wasn't pitting us against each other, but she would talk about everybody in the family. Like if I went over there,
Mm,
yeah, my mom, and I used to tell all the time, you are so two-faced. But if you go over there and you talk to her, especially if she was mad at somebody, she definitely gonna tell you, well, so and so did this and that. I said, boy, you are so two-faced. And but she would talk about me to the other ones, whatever she didn't like about us, she would talk to each other about us. But it wasn't nothing where she was trying to make us pit against each other. It was just whatever we did, she gonna make sure that you know about it. The whole family gonna know about it.
yeah. My grandma kind of had that, like, and it's sad to say, like, because my mom, like, my grandmother was 17 years older than my mom. My mom is
Mm-hmm.
16 years older than me. So, we all kind of grew up together. So, like, I struggled, when I was younger, just trying to like find balance in life because because I had been abused. I struggled mentally, so it took me a while. It was kind of like failure to launch. It took me a while to kind of get my bearings when it came to just
Yeah,
jumping out there and
come out your shell.
yeah, and just trying to be successful and so my grandmother, she would kind of, my mom was a little more driven than I was because she didn't really have like the situation that I had, the abuse situation. So, and a lot of them, they didn't understand like what that did to you. So my grandmother, she would kind of pit my mom and I against each other. She played both sides with that too. So she would, she see me doing something, she go run and tell my mama, and this kind of created like a rift between my mom and I. Or my mom didn't do something for my grandmother, and my grandmother would come tell me, your mammy didn't do this, and I'm
Right.
humming. It was, yeah.
So
I don't
so
like that
that's
stuff.
that's kind of normal though, Vicky. That's normal in families. Like, to me, that's how. Because my mom was very two-faced to people. She would talk to one person and tell their business, and then she talked to the other person and tell their business. And that's just who my mother was. But we still knew that she loved us, and she didn't try to see. It's a difference in you just talking about problems with what's going on in your household than trying to pit your kids against each other. And with this ninja, he tried to pit everybody against each other. And he points out their faults and see, I told you that so and so was like this and that and the other. It's like he tried to pit those kids against each other, but then all of them are, not all of them, but Dion is really the one that's trying to get the most attention from him. Dion want to be the favorite child, and my mom would tell us, "Ain't none of y'all my favorites. All of y'all make my butt want to go dip a pile of snuff," is what she used to tell us. And she said the A word, and so I can just tell, he try to make Dion feel like he's so special. He try to make Laverte feel like she's extra special. Whoever he come in contact with, he try to make you feel like you're so special, and it's all so phony and fake, and it's all because he wants something from you. And I don't know what it is that what he want from Laverte. And it may be that he really is proud of her. I don't know, but it seemed like he's more softer, and it seemed like he care about Laverte more than he care about anybody.
I'm coming.
Oh, okay. Everybody gone. Everybody.
No,
Okay.
I walked in there to get something to drink. I'm like,
That's what I'm
oh, they
saying.
must.
And Vicky went to go get some tea. You went to go get some coffee or whatever.
Oh
But
gosh,
yeah,
she said
it
Granny
seemed
was
like
stirring the pot.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of people do that in their family. They stir the
You
pot.
don't know who the
But they're
favorite
not trying
is.
to. But
Sorry, y'all.
they're not trying to pit each other. I stopped talking because I knew you had a comeback. So Lady T Bug went to go get some water, so I started back.
No, my
But
neighbor was at
Hey,
my door grabbing
Cornell.
my trash. So
that's okay.
I was talking to him. So
But what I was saying was, do you feel like Dion trying to be the favorite, but it seems
he
like
is.
Laverte is the favorite.
Laverte is the favorite, and I think she's probably the one that gave him the least amount of problems. You know what I mean? So Dion has gotten himself in some trouble, and he's probably more like Nesto than Nesto would like to see. This is deep down. Even though Ernest would like Dion to be more like him and hustle and scam and do all the crazy stuff, he doesn't like himself. You know what I'm saying? So he projects a lot of stuff onto Dion, all the failures, but Dion has found success in his own way. It may not be superstar success where he's making millions of dollars off of his barber shop or his car wash or his selling clothing, t-shirts, whatever. He's still showing some sort of hustle that Nesto does not show. And I think he's just jealous of Dion. Dion looks like him. He's a little mini him, and Dion still has youth. As far as Laverte goes, I don't know. I don't know why he likes her. She don't really be bothered with him.
And
She
that may
just
be the reason why, because she's not trying to get attention from him.
that could
And
yeah, you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
she's the one who don't even care if she talk to him or not. And when
Yeah.
she do talk to him, it's very measured
Mhm.
and very short and sweet and to the point. And then I'm gonna get off because
She
see, Laverte got that attitude I got. Okay, I'm gonna honor this ninja because he my daddy, but that's far as it's going. And at the end of the day, that's a lot of times when you don't pay somebody too much of attention, that's when they care about you the most because you live in your life and you're not worried about what they're doing. And that's what Dion problem is. Dion is too worried about his daddy. He really is. He's too worried about him. He's too worried about trying to impress him. And remember when he was talking to Dre, he's like, I had to stay on him. I had to stay on him. And he finally listening to me. And so it's like Laverte probably don't even listen to him. She probably just, really she kind of talked to him like he was a stranger to me in passing whenever she have to talk to him. But she ain't just initiate no calls. She not just taking his calls. It don't seem like she's initiating any type of friendship other than when he called her. Then yeah, she's nice and cordial. But if it appears to me that as far as it goes. And let me talk about Dion. Dion get in. The reason why this ninja get in trouble all the time, hell, he stay gone too much. That's why come everybody is passing away around him, having wrecks, getting shot up, getting this and that and the other. That's why he sees so much. He's always on the go. It's not a time that this man done called him that he ain't doing something. And he just like his daddy, he stay busy. And I don't think it's in the right way because he do way too much riding. Way too much ride. Every time you turn around, he's in
he in
that
the
car.
car. He in that damn car. You hear it.
Yeah, in that car. And that's why you having all these wrecks. That's why you having all these problems. That's why everybody passing away around you. And that's why that's why your life is doom and gloom. You don't never sit down and have a mental talk to yourself. You don't even have no time to self-reflect because you're always moving around and doing something. It's like he stay busy.
He do.
He
I'm like,
do.
come on, Dion, and we trying to hear the call. Be still. And
And
I
if he,
still don't know what he was walking on because he was walking hard.
I
yeah,
mean, it sounded like he had on
fact,
some cowboy boots. Click, boom, boom, boom. You know them hips was rattling.
Dion walk like me because I walk hard too. When I used to wear heels, you can hear me coming down the hallway, and that's exactly what I heard. When I heard him walking, I'm like, damn, he clacking like a woman with the heels on.
Yeah. What was I gonna
Okay.
say? Levert. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Read
Lacey. What
that
I'm
right there
saying.
from Lady Janice. I was gonna say Pergo's parents
Narcissistic
often pit
parents.
their children against each other, okay, creating a toxic environment and fueling resentment between the siblings. Thank you,
That
Lady
makes
Janice.
sense. That does make sense. Because he does pit the kids against each other, and I think with Levert, from what Nesto has said about Leverte's mama, is that he said, oh, she's so hard on her. She pushes her to do something. Well, shit. I mean, if Leverte wanted to go to the military, let her go to the military. If Leverte wants to continue her career and continue her education, let her go. Let her go do that. And if her mama is on her, yeah, it might cause some tension, but if the mama stays on her, but damn, you sure ain't gonna do it. You
Girl,
y'all
her being hard is telling the birthday to go to school because that's something he never did.
right, and he all he care about is your fat, is your hair
Yeah.
combed, your
You
hair
got a
growing.
wig on? You got a
You got
wig?
right. That's his way of parenting. Is like, what you doing out there? I mean, you can. Let me say this: you can parent from jail. You can show your kids not to make the same mistakes that you made, but you ain't never showed them kids an example. All right, you get with wealthy women who help you level up, and then you slap your name on it to make it look like a little something something. And these women are low. All these women are kind of low profile women. They may be successful, but they keep a low profile. Let me put it that way. But then he come. He got to broadcast it to the world. Nesto, Nesto, Nesto.
Right.
So with Leverte, he all he cares about is just how things appear, the appearance of things. Is it
Because
looking
he's
good?
shallow. He's shallow.
Yeah,
And no, I believe that because he moved. I wholeheartedly believe what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, he stay in that car. He stays in that car. And it's not one time have we heard him say to anybody, don't do what I did. Don't get caught up
right.
like me. I made a mistake. I got look how I got myself in trouble. He's never told Dion that. Never told
Mm-mm.
Dion that.
He
Never.
takes credit for all their good things. I raised a good son. I did.
Mhm.
I'm a proud daddy. I did this. I did that. When it comes to their winnings,
Right.
I'm a good father.
Because he got to prop himself up to make himself look like he the man, and they help prop him up. They help keep him on whatever pedestal that he's on. Baby, they make sure he stay way up there at the top, and I don't understand why.
The closest somebody has come on these calls to holding him accountable is when Dre said they ain't got you in there for nothing, and when Shirley said, "I thought this jail shit was behind." Well, she didn't say shit, but I thought this jail stuff was behind you. So, I mean, nobody is telling him the God's honest truth. And I mean, even Cynthia will come and say, well, I mean, she's down. If anybody has convicted him, it's Cynthia. She's like, well, all that stuff is civil. You took some money, it's civil. You took the car. That's just a bad breakup. They just
And at
mad.
the end of the day, that's her telling herself that he wasn't messing with all these chicks because she's so jealous hearted, and she just can't fathom and stand the fact that he was with somebody else other than her and Strawberry. So in her mind, it's all civil, and they shouldn't, in other words, they threw that at you. You know what I mean? They threw
She's
the cooch at,
rationalizing.
yeah, they threw the cooch at you, so it's all civil because they really didn't have no business being with you like that, and that's on them.
Right, you was a married man. You got to move
Yeah,
differently. You shouldn't have been out anyway. Now
yeah.
he shouldn't have been out, but he was out with your ass. So I mean, what does that say about you? He shouldn't have been out with you too.
That part. But she find fault with all the women that he was with, and she sure hate that little the young lady that's in this
That
saga.
that girl
She
must be
can't.
pretty.
Yeah, that girl must be real pretty and real fine because she cannot stand that little girl.
She doesn't like, she when he was talking about Sheridan, the brat must go. She don't like. She calls her a B word, but because I know the victim's name.
Yeah.
I tried to look her up. From the picture I found, I don't know if that's her or not, but um, yeah, she doesn't like her.
And she might be jealous of her youth. Just like
True.
Buckwheat, you said Buckwheat is jealous of Dion's youth. She may be jealous of her youth. The girl probably got some edges. She may have her real long hair. I don't know because I haven't looked anybody up because I don't feel like, um, in my opinion, this saga is about Buckwheat, strawberry and Buckwheat and Strawberry, nobody else. But since Dion inserted himself in this, and everybody that take these calls, they've inserted themselves in this. But if a person haven't inserted themselves in this, then I really don't have anything to say about it. But I do know Lil Scooter is very jealous of everybody else that's in this saga.
Hmm.
She's very jealous, and anytime he talk about anybody, especially when she was talking about remember when she was on Silverback's channel and she said, well, she gave him that car. She gave him the money. Why did she keep giving him money? If it was a scam and she didn't believe him, why did she keep giving? She just kept giving, giving, giving. So it's all civil.
I mean, the other one said it too. She said the same thing, and I kind of wonder that too. It's like, come on now, y'all. why? Why did? If you felt like if some stuff was popping up on your credit card, like cancel the card. I I still say they're victims, but it's like, hey, you know, don't be so trusting to a man you just met. But she's jealous. I think she like with with Cynthia, she's jealous of their success. You
Mm-hmm.
know, she does when people are successful for these types of people, especially scammers, they feel like you should share the wealth and you shouldn't have a problem with doing so.
She's jealous of the success, but she's jealous of the fact that they had some contact with him
Oh
also.
yeah, oh yeah. She's
I'm telling you, she's jealous of any woman that's had any type of dealing with him. Remember, she said she couldn't even go through Strawberry's page because he was on the
don't
page
make me
with
go
her.
there. Don't make me go there, cause
I can't stand to see those pictures of y'all. Girl, that was his wife.
I can't stand going on there. But she stalked it up and down, snapping pictures of Shirley
Right.
and her granddaughter, and looking at the video. She was too happy. I know. Why is she so happy? Cause she's hanging out with her grandchild and her daughter, and she's too happy. And
But
you see that little bitty cake?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. She is jealous of anybody that's in this man's past. She is jealous of any woman, not anybody, but just any woman that he's ever come in contact with. You can rest assured, it burns her up. It just makes her hot. And I'm telling you, she's at the highest level of positivity, and you can see the disdain. You can hear the disdain in her voice when she's talking about these different victims. And never once have she said that these people were victims. Everybody is lying. Everything is civil. And remember, she told him about Gail. You got to be careful who you go, who you mess with. You need to be careful who
Yeah.
you deal with.
You need to
And
stop
so,
dealing with so many people.
huh?
You need to stop dealing with so many people.
Yeah, yeah. Be careful. Be careful who you're dealing with. And so that let me know, you baby, you jealous of everybody. You are jealous of everybody that came in contact with this dude. And you really, in my opinion, you act like you jealous of his whole past. And
She
you
is.
mad because you wasn't in you wasn't in his peripheral view sooner than what you were. Because in my mind, you really wanted to be there probably 20 or 30 years ago when he started out having kids, and he started his crime spree. In my mind, you really wish that you could have been with him back in the day. But now you the only position you have is after the fact, and now he can't do anything for you because. And that's another reason why you're holding on to hope, because really you want him to get out of jail and do the levels of alleged scamming that he was doing for Strawberry. You really think he gonna get out there and do that for you? And even if he got out and he started back with his scamming spree, he's not gonna do it for you. He gonna give you somebody else's card like he did his wife. He gonna give you somebody else's stuff like he did everybody else, like he did his wife. Because, sweetie, what you're not looking at is the things that he gave his wife. She don't have not one thing that he gave her.
Nope. All
When
that shit is gone. I mean, like absolutely
everything
gone.
is gone, the only thing they had left was that dusty, oily, raggedy truck,
Truck.
and it's not even paid for.
And she can't get rid of it if she wanted to get rid of it. Like, I mean,
Right. And she got her heads in the clouds, and she looking at the wrong picture. You know, she thinking that this guy really was legitimate, and Shirley was just living a fabulous life. And even he said he bought her that G wagon, and you know, and she wasn't appreciative of it.
well, I like to respond to Bank. Bank, you're right. She did try to break up he and Dre. You know,
Yeah,
she
battle of the
was
best friends.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. I'm your bestie.
and almost did, because remember Dre was in his feelings about that call.
Dre was very much so in his feelings.
Dre
Dre
just
was
told him that April 2025 call. That's why I back because you said she was all you had. You were all the
Right.
personnel.
Yeah, you gonna have to ask me for some money. I said I wasn't gonna give you nothing until you asked for it.
all right, sir. All right, sir. You ain't got to go there. No, I heard you.
And remember, he tried to lie. I didn't say that. Dre said, "Oh yes, you did. I heard you on the call, Ernest. You did say it." So you know,
That's one. I mean, Dre does back down, but that is one thing about. I mean, he gonna get his point out, but he'll back down though. In a minute, he'll back down, but he gonna say what he got to say.
that part, and then he'll give him a pass.
Yeah. He backs down,
Yeah.
and
Listen, he backed down, put both feet on the ground, and then when he get ready to get him a pass, he crossed his legs back up, and then they started back gossiping.
I think Miss E when she does date young men, I think that's just so she can get her little fix. You know, get her little nasty fix, and
Well,
then
her ego too, because Vicky,
yeah.
remember she's getting something out of that because she's still attracting young guys, and you know she thinks she young.
Um, you're right about the ego thing. She does. She likes to feel younger. Also, I think she uses older men, and she uses the younger men give her like the ego nutrition, and the older men she tries to use them for some sort of gain. Because I'm go ahead.
And let me just
Oh
put
no,
her
I
on.
was just saying. I was just saying.
And
Oh,
let me
I said
put
what I said. So
and let me
Oh,
put her on top of the game with the younger men, sweetie. Them younger men don't want you. They want what they can get from you, and they really think you established, and they really want a place that they can lay their head in case they need to, and in case they need a Nintendo game, a PlayStation game, they want to call mama. And really, they're just with you for what they can get out of you. While you thinking that they're attracted to you because you're young looking, that's not the case at all. Just like you try to use older men, they're using an older woman. So I want to just put that PSA out for her in case she's listening.
how many exes did she say she had? Everybody at the strip club was an ex. She got like 15 lawyer exes. I mean, all these damn exes. I don't even think that they exes. I just think they're people she was just screwing and she was getting a little cash from. Um, she is not. This is a relationship to her. It's just not an official relationship. Her and Nesto are in a relationship. He just doesn't know it yet. He just calling it a friend. He's just hanging in there like the bitch is all I got. I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I messed
Well,
up my life.
but we know he'll use a big, so you know there ain't nothing to
right.
him.
And he already said that we all each other have. But at the end of the day, to me, she seemed like the type of chick that'll slip something in somebody's drink just to rob them. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. There. I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. The
And I
the
feel
set.
like she one of them allegedly.
I've been saying she the setup bitch. Like she is somebody who will say this is allegedly okay. I'm not trying to incriminate her in anything. But I do believe she's a setup girl. That whole explanation of her situation where she got injured, some almost 40 years ago. That all sounds like a weird setup thing. And that man came over there to get his get back.
Right.
You know what I'm and she does seem like that. Because she doesn't have any emotional maturity to understand that these things are wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. You don't need to be, you don't need to do this. If you ask somebody for a little bit of change, they may give it to you. You don't have to set anybody up. Like she had no problem with setting, like, sleeping with this man and still banking on Shirley paying his attorney fees. Well, you supposed to stay in there, ride or die.
What
Don't
what
matter.
what was that? She told him she went somewhere and they gave it to her free. I think to get, wasn't it something about getting her car fixed or something? And she said that they did it for free for her. Do you remember that? And Buckwheat said they did it for free. It was some type of mechanical work for her car. Something happened with her car, and she said that they just gave it to her. They just did it for free. But just the way that she move and the way she operate, I wholeheartedly believe what you're saying. She seemed like she's the type of woman that'll try to get anything from a man by any means necessary, even if she got to put some eye drops in they, no, not eye drops, because that'll take them
But
out. But whatever she got to slip in they drink to rob them, she seemed like she's that type of chick, in my opinion.
yeah, I don't think she doesn't have any shame. Like I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna leave it alone, Lady T Bug. So apologies. I just happened to click on last night, and they were doing like 101 questions or
They
something.
was there last night.
Yes,
Okay,
girl.
go.
They were doing like 101 questions, and it was all questions about, like, what type of person are you, and it was like either or, like
Mm-hmm.
apples or oranges, but and they
Mm-hmm.
started going more in depth, and the way that Sonya was asked answering these questions, it's like she's crazy. Like, I mean, like you more so than the normal. I think she's crazy, but to me, what it sound like, I'm like, oh, Sylvia just got this girl answering these questions so she can help her fill out her Match.com profile.
I didn't even know they was on.
You're so stupid.
I'm serious. Cause she was like, some of the questions Sonya was like both. It's like you can't answer both. You got to answer one or the other. And I'm like, oh, so Sylvia's sneaking in. She asking these questions so Sonya can help her fill out her profile because she thinks Sonya can attract men like the stuff that Sonya says. So that's why Sylvia gonna slide them questions in there and say it's her personality so she can get a new man or
Mm.
get a new sponsor. But yeah, that like it was absolutely bizarre because these questions that were like, because I mean it was like a lot. I mean, when I thought, okay, well maybe it's the audience answering the questions, but it was only a few people over there. But these questions were like rapid fire questions, incense or candles, just weird things like that. Uh, no friend, friends with your ex or don't talk to your ex at all, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bizarre.
I'm gonna have to go over there and check it out, Vic.
Yeah, y'all
Girl,
check it out for me because I can't do them.
girl,
They
I
I'll
too
was
give you
just,
much.
probably 10 minutes.
They too much for me. But my last thoughts are, because she put it in the chat, Vicky.
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see
It's
it. I'm
sad,
sorry.
Vicky. She throwing us out the house, but
She
anyway,
throwing it. She got to go drive.
I guess so. She got. I don't know what she got
She,
to do, but she throwing us
she,
out.
I
I know
know.
she,
I told you
she
I'm going to
off,
see my daughter.
she off all this week, and her daughter be like, Mama, why you going live again?
Yes. You gotta see. I'm gonna have to girl. I'm gonna have to sneak on him.
I
Right.
know. You be sneaking. And I'm like, oh damn. I know you guys spend time with your
She on
daughter.
vacation. She on vacation.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you came in. Yeah, you probably came in after I said it.
Yeah, because I was still asleep.
You was
But
asleep,
but
knocked
I didn't go to
out.
bed till 4 o'clock this morning though. So
Oh, girl, you rolled out. You was over
yeah,
there with me.
I may as well
You
have stayed up, huh?
you think you grown? I'm like,
Real
oh
grown,
hell.
grown. And I wasn't doing nothing but just watching TV. I got off of YouTube and I started watching movies, and the movies were good. So I just, I was just up.
You ain't grown, girl.
I know. I'm gonna take my
I
ass
was
to bed.
I was gonna say you was over there with Vicky the fourth, cause Vicky,
Hell
I already
no.
got Vicky locked in.
I got off at a good reasonable time. I said, okay. I'm like,
But see,
nope.
the reason why I stayed up because that case was so interesting.
Yeah, girl,
Yeah,
that shit, that
yes.
big U case. We left off on the unaliving. So
I'm gonna listen to it on my way driving. I already got
it's
it locked in.
Yeah, because it's interesting though. It really is with
I
his big
mean,
old- and that's who she need to get with. She want to get
That's
with somebody. Get with Big U, home girl, and see how that work out for you.
Get with a
it
real
just
gangster,
Yeah,
real
get
thug.
you a real gangster
it
wangster.
it's sad that like okay, I'm gonna let me say this and then I'll drop down. As far as like just Nesto was they talk about the black folks this, black folks that, and black folks is doing all this. It kind of ties into the big U thing. Nesto was out here harming and disrupting black folks' lives. You know, these people who were trying to like establish themselves or reestablish themselves, you know, to be bigger and better. And they most of them, if not all, no, I think a few of them might be of another ethnicity, are black. And them like getting mad at us because we're so interested in intrigued by this case. It's crazy, but also the big U case. It's like he's extorting people from the
Mm-hmm.
community, from black people from the community.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't do that to a Taylor Swift or a Britney Spears or not even Beyonce because she connected to them clear people. So it's just crazy, but I still am gonna say that Ernest is wrong for trying to involve his son in getting his wife back, to getting her to stay in line and to brainwash his wife some more. And Dion is wrong for not saying nothing, saying no, Daddy, I can't do that. I have to just fall back and I'll check on her, make sure she's doing okay. But I can't rally for you, sir. I cannot do this for you. This is something you're gonna have to fix on your own. You're a grown man. You 50 something at the time, 50 something year old man. You got to fix this yourself. And that's it. And thank you, Lady T-Bug, for coming up here. Happy Resurrection Day to everybody. I said what I said. I'll catch up with you later. And Lady T-Bug, be safe driving. Because it's gonna be busy out there probably. So just I mean, yeah, be careful driving out there, okay?
All right, Vic. Thank you so much. Go ahead,
Bye.
sis. Big sis. I'm
Hold on,
losing.
I was trying to get off of mute.
Oh, okay.
um, poor Dion. He accepted this call because he thought he was going to have a nice conversation with his father. And the conversation really, his father turned the tables on him. And I'm sure he expects it for his father to be a narcissist on all of the calls, right? But
Right.
he was trying to really just, trying to have a father and son conversation. And his father turned it all around to try to make it to his father turned it around. Hold on one second. Let me get a drink of water.
Okay, while you do that. And he did not expect any of these black folks to complain. He believed he was above the law. I think he was shocked too, Eve, that these women actually did take legal action against him because he really thought he had mind control and control over these women that they would never, go to the police on him. Yes, be safe. Driving. I'm heading out as well in a few. Okay. Ernest is wrong for everything. His middle name is wrong. Ernest wrong. I like that.
His middle name wrong.
Yes, his middle name is wrong. Ernest wrong Williams.
I wholeheartedly agree with that, Lady Janice, because Laverte, what's his name? Lavertis or something?
Levert.
Laverne? Lavert? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely the wrong name for a middle name. But Dion thought he was gonna have a normal conversation with his father, and his father turned it into a session of begging and trying to get him to go over there to plead on his behalf. And it's like, you made this big pile of crap and now you want somebody else to clean it up. So basically that's what the call was for Buckwheat, to go over there and go clean up my mess.
Right.
Call my wife and try to convince her to not to leave me and try to stay with me. And that's basically what the call was about. It wasn't about father and son having a tangible conversation or just even a normal conversation. It was nothing about how I'm sorry, don't be in this position. I'm gonna do better. It was none of that. And it never is none of that. It's always me, 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 me. And really, no matter what problem anybody bring to him, in his mind, because I'm in jail, I'm in worse shape than all of y'all. So really,
Right.
y'all don't have nothing to complain about because I'm the one that's in jail, and them folks put me in jail, and I didn't do
Right.
nothing. You know, it's all about everybody else doing something to him, and he's just an innocent effing man. And they're all falsely accusing him, and he didn't do nothing but try to help everybody out. And look at what they did to me. They just spit in my face after I've done everything that I could do to try to help everybody, when in actuality you did everything you could to take from everybody. And you're right in the place where you need to be because you are allegedly guilty. These people wouldn't have these people have receipts of you doing all kind of crap to them. And you wouldn't be in this position if you wasn't trying to scam nobody. So, sir, it's nobody's fault that you're in there but your own. And to piggyback off of what Vicky was saying about Big U ain't messing with Beyonce, because let's keep it real. Remember what job Jay-Z had before he became a legal businessman? He was about that life. So I don't think Big U want to mess with Jay-Z like that. Yeah, he can make everybody else pay a price to come into his city, but Jay-Z ain't gonna be one of them. And that's really all I have to say tonight, this afternoon. And be careful on the road. Happy Easter to everybody. And I hope everybody have a great evening. And I hope my daughter bring me a plate for Easter.
She gotta come through with the plate now.
Well, she said she was, so I'm finna get ready to call her and find out if I'm gonna get something to eat. If not, then I'm gonna go find me some vittles.
All right, sis. Thank you so much. I will be listening to y'all on my way going down the road. All right, chat. That's it. That's all. I don't like the way this look. Okay, yeah, that's better. Let me see what y'all got going on in the comments. Hey, Glorious. Happy Resurrection Day to you. Thank y'all so much, y'all. Next time I go live, I'll be going live from a secret location. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm finna get ready to roll my suitcase out the door. Bye, y'all. Let me see what I'm gonna go with our way going out. Where is Sunday? No, I ain't gonna be messy today. I'll continue the messiness on tomorrow. I'll just give y'all a regular outro.